Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
all right, welcome to MME Live. It's just the guys tonight, boys' night. I said next month is ladies' month, and the girls bounced. This one, like, yeah, well, we're not gonna button up. We got some stuff to talk about. Ambassador, yeah, I could. What the hell's going on? Someone's fumbling their mic. Was that you, Eddie?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
All right. Well, we got some topics to talk about. Listen. You know, I'm not going to even say the cut. I'm not going to say it because everyone covers it. I want it to happen, but I want you to have some variety when you watch this show. I don't want to just cover that because you'll be bored to death.
I might talk about the JJ cut, though. The JJ cut of episode 9. Those rumors are going around.
Are they going around again?
Yeah, and apparently, like, people are saying it's more legit now than before.
Oh, I see some people covering that I can't stand. Other YouTubers covering these leaks from Disney and stuff. I didn't even look into it this time. Maybe I will later this week. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Let me send a link to Ambassador in case he wants to come on. It's been a while though. Let me see. Where are you, Ambassador? Oh, here you are. So we do have a lot to talk about. Yes, I follow Geekosity articles. Anthony Beltree, hello. Neon Sci-Fi. George, thanks for tuning in, George. Hey, everyone, I'm only watching the first half hour or so live. I got work tomorrow morning. Yeah, me too. But maybe you could catch the next part tomorrow while you're at work. RJ's here. Sure, if you want to support the guys, this is Guys Month. And yes, please subscribe to the PlayStation Plus podcast because I mentioned it last time and we lost a sub. Man, people really don't want to sub to our PlayStation Plus podcast. Andy Summers, hi. 187. I know you're here for the Marvel news. Jose Chaos. Okay, we're all caught up now. Okay. Matt, yes, I'm streaming you're early tonight. Yeah, I've been trying to do a little bit earlier during the week for mental health reasons, so I don't screw up at my job.
Those late night streams take a toll on you, man.
Yeah, and I plan on gaming right after. I did errands today. I got to figure out when I'm getting my shot too. Hey, Binge Buddy. So here's the main topics, but we have more to talk. We're also going to talk about Mortal Kombat. Early reviews are coming in, so we're going to get some reactions there. But this is from a Geekosity. Hugh Jackman back again. I know we all said he's never coming back. He doesn't need to come back. Logan was amazing. Let it go. But, Firewater's in here. Hey, Firewater.
Hello.
Hey, man. What's up?
Hello.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
All right. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
We're fine here. We're trying to cover. Oh, my back got messed up there. All right, so we're trying to cover more than the cut. We're looking at Marvel because Marvel. Listen, I don't want to upset you DC fans, but Marvel is doing fan service right. They're offering a lot of value to the customer. We got some rumors here. I know What's your thoughts before we get started about the rumor, Firewater, about Hugh Jackman and if he should come back as Wolverine? I know this was in the past, but you know what? A lot of time has passed since it was resurfaced before. What are your thoughts now about it? Hugh Jackman?
I'd love to see it, but I think he's done. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll die on that hill. That's fine. I would love to see it, but I just don't.
If he comes back, I feel like it would be in a cameo role in Doctor Strange 2. Like a nice wink and a nod cameo, because it is a multiverse movie. So,
well, I didn't read the article ahead of time, so we're going to get a fresh reaction here. What about you, Eddie? Do you think the time's passed? Because they're resurfacing rumors that they're talking to Marvel again and Disney.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the rumor started. It was because of that Wolverine fork thing that he tweeted. when it comes to Jackman, I guess where he left off from Logan doesn't really need to come back, even with a cameo, because that character really had a true ending. Look, I would like to see him back. It's hard. It's hard because he said it himself that I'll come back if it's in the MCU, but then he changed his mind saying, well, I don't know, I think I'm just done entirely. So I don't know. Who knows? It's whatever.
Okay. RJ just sent me something interesting to look at.
Yeah, this news broke just a little bit earlier today. It goes in line with what we're talking about.
All right, we'll get to it. And then has everyone been watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Firewall, have you been watching that series?
Oh yeah, I think it's great so far.
Okay. This might be spoilers for the cameo. I don't know if this is right, but I've heard a lot going on. And maybe RJ, can you find this quote from the guy that plays the new Captain America on Twitter?
Oh yeah, I can
if you know what I'm talking about, he's talking about if he's ever met Chris Evans, and he kind of alludes to something. So a lot of people have been talking about is Captain America gonna come back for the end of the season as a cameo or have some commentary on what he's done to his legacy. It makes a lot of sense to me.
I think he's going to come back and fight.
Oh, really?
Here's why.
Okay.
Here's why. It was at episode 2 where they went to Baltimore to meet the one black super soldier.
Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley, that's his name, right? And he threw something through a wall, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he shows that that gentleman wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
And he made it quite clear.
Yeah.
But if he can do that, can old Captain America do that?
I see where you're going.
I'm wondering if they use that as sort of like a proof of life kind of deal.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because he's old, that guy probably could have at least gave Bucky a run for his money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he would have beat Bucky per se, but it would have been a hell of a fight.
When you say when you were saying it like that, it was clicking with me too. With that scene, this rumor becomes a lot more plausible because it gives a lot of context to him coming back and making it more realistic. Like if he just popped in, that could work too. But with that scene, with him coming back and that scene with the other super soldier, like you were saying, and he
Isaiah Bradley, right?
Yeah, Isaiah Bradley. He kicked some butt in that scene. He looked a little bit older.
He looked like he was going to throw a punch at Winter Soldier, and he sort of restrained himself.
Fun fact about that actor voiced Martian Manhunter in the Justice League cartoon.
Oh.
That's Carl Lumley, I believe. Is his name.
I thought his scene was excellent. Oh, maybe he comes back and helps out. I don't know. That would be great. I mean, because I feel like when they fight, because they're spoiler alert, they're gearing up to fight fake Captain America. They might need some help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
especially
one of the writers
teased.
One of the writers teased that Isaiah Bradley's not done this yet. You might see more of him later.
Well, maybe this show or down the road. Help. Maybe he'll come in and help. Or maybe they can bring back old Captain America. Maybe like, look, young man, that's not what that shield's for. He'll have some quip or something like that.
Matt Jarbo says I angered a ton of people today. So that could be any day on internet.
No, I was gonna say it's because that tweet he put out, I think, is what he's referring to about the HBO Max documentary he watched. He got a lot of blowback from that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Firewater, you like documentaries. Did you see that one?
On 2 episodes in.
It's very interesting. Very interesting. I'm not you don't have to get political about it. You could just say it's an interesting documentary. Very interesting.
Well, I mean, I feel like, and I get where Matt's coming from, but I mean, to me, the whole, because he's mentioning, well, actually, I don't want to say because I don't want to blow up his spot.
Yeah,
but the thing that he is referencing, which actually helped him earlier in his career, I think is all overblown. I think the subject of the said HBO Max documentary, that would have happened regardless what happened previously to that. It just seems like there was a lot of angry people and they didn't know how to aim it. And Chen culture is relevant, so to speak. And a lot of people want to participate in that. I personally, I don't get involved with any of that. I feel like that's a dumpster fire just with somebody just waiting to throw gasoline into it.
Regardless if you follow it or not, or what you think of the whole movement, they actually don't do a legit investigation to see if they can find out who the person is. who Q is. So regardless of what politics and stuff, that was interesting to see. So that's all I'm
I
saying.
definitely need to check it out. I mean, I love watching documentaries and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a good one.
It, so.
I say it's on the level, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say the Tiger. You know how Tiger King was at the
No, Tiger King was hysterical.
Right, but it's on that level with the characters involved with these.
Oh,
websites.
really? Okay.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
now I definitely have to watch it because Tiger King is probably one of the most entertaining documentaries I've ever seen.
No, but I mean, couldn't you kind of see where I'm saying like that Firewater with the characters of who designed the website, who created the website, and going at each other? It's like very yes.
It's very kind of Tiger King-esque, if you will.
Yeah. 187 here to see what you got to say. Just got my first shot. I still need to get mine. I'm gonna try to schedule it for next week. Fortunately, my job is giving us a little bit of time to, if we get the shot,
they're giving you some PTO,
like 4 hours or something like each shot.
For your bone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. That's good.
Logan was amazing, and to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, leave it alone.
The only way Hugh Jackman comes back is if he does a Deadpool movie with Ryan Reynolds, because he's been jabber at him for years to come back, and he keeps saying that it's not going to happen. And, because I read what he has to do. He has to eat like 10,000 calories a day and spend a minimum of 3 hours in the gym a day. And anytime he goes shirtless, he has to dehydrate his body for 36 hours, which I believe, because that'll make your muscles look more chiseled. You remove any ounce of like fat on him, and if he's going to do it, he has to do it right.
When he did those movies, they had scenes like flashbacks and shirt off. But if he's suited up, I don't know. They could also do de-aging with him too. There's a lot of possible. I know what you mean though. If he goes hardcore and does that, but he might want to do it. I don't know.
I don't know, but he has to. I mean, because it's not just, I'll just play Wolverine. I'll just show up to work. There's a lot more that goes into it. And he also, I believe he beat skin cancer, if I remember correctly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had a very mild form, but like that's probably another thing that, it's kind of like I got to do all this stuff. I have this. It's like he's got, and he's a stage actor. He probably wants to do Greatest Showman too. No, I'm kidding. There's no sequel to it.
Higher, further, faster. Thank you, brother. Go check out his channel too. He's been we've known each other a long time on YouTube. For your Mad Max versus the Disney Store video, one of my favorite videos on YouTube. Yeah, I did a hunt for toys and Blu-rays and stuff, and I had my mask on in my car, and that Disney Store. You know what? It's kind of sentimental to me now too, because that Disney Store closed down.
Yeah, I think Disney closed a large amount of the one in my mall closed recently.
Yeah, and that was the last one in my area.
That's a shame. Because they're in the Vegas Mall close to the Strip. They had a Disney Store up. That one didn't close. I really like going there.
I mean, that's such a great thing for kids to go in the Disney Store. But thank you, Higher, Further, Faster. And if you ever want to be on the show in the future, let me know, because I know you have a channel. You've done a few videos. I really appreciate the support. That'll go help to the panelists that frequently contribute to my channel. So I appreciate that. We really do. Buku, what's up? Max, what's up, panel? What's up, Buku? All right. The guy, Jim, is weird as hell. I don't know if you're talking about the series. I don't know who Jim who.
I'm trying to figure out who he's talking about as well.
Whoa! Wow,
wow.
Rel is laying it down. He's throwing okay, Rel. Whoa, that's my biggest. Wow, now Rel has the record for the first super chat and the biggest super chat I've ever got this channel. And Rel, you're a great guy. Like I said with Higher, Further, Faster, we maybe like to get Rel on the show one time. Hopefully this helps RJ on his next Uber Eats delivery.
You know what's funny? I actually ordered Applebee's again for dinner, and they charged me more this time.
Well, I mean, you know what your first mistake is?
What?
Applebee's. Come on,
Applebee's is good, man.
That
chicken Alfredo and their mashed potatoes, they're pretty good.
Back in the day,
Applebee's is very addicting.
Yeah. But thanks a lot, Higher, Further, Faster, and Rel. We do really appreciate it. Look how much you make Eddie smile. Really appreciate it. Daniel Hot Topics. That's when I think me and him were friends when back when I used to call my videos Hot Topics. The actor who plays Thunderbolt Ross is older than Hugh Jackman. So if he could be in the MCU, then Hugh Jackman can return. Well, let's get to the article. And thanks again, Rel. Wow, you're a great friend. You're not my viewers, you're my friends. That's really appreciate the support. We Are Venom. That's another one I'm interested in. I haven't done any research on Venom 2. I bought Venom, but I haven't watched it since I bought it. I want to rewatch it. It's not the best. It's the best, but it's fun.
It's fun.
I would like to see this version of Venom definitely go against Peter Parker. All right, so let's get to the Geekosity article first, and then we'll get to the comment from the actor about Captain America. So let's get to Geekosity. But you know what? It's hard. It's sad to say, but MCU is they're just doing it for their fans, for the talent involved. You have a lot of trust, consumer confidence. And I can't even, you know, Firewater, how I used to do my reaction videos, which I'm still going to plan to do. I can't even bother when I see the videos are out there that say MCU is in trouble with these two shows.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. The subscriber numbers have grown.
Well, actually, Max and Firewater, real quick before we get into this article, I wanted to ask you guys, especially with Falcon and Winter Soldier, with episode 4, I don't know if you want to dive into spoilers, but I don't know if you guys saw the controversy with those episodes about the show going woke because of the certain female characters who were in that show and what they did to Bucky in that episode and how they were acting towards John Walker. A lot of people were very upset about that and said it made the content look bad, and they thought it was very woke and it's pushing a narrative that men are bad or whatever.
No, in Wakanda, they don't even think like that. The women are just like
people took issue with the line where they said the Dora Milaje have jurisdiction wherever the Dora Milaje go. And people thought that was hypocritical and against what the message was from T'Chaka in Civil War. They thought it was bad writing.
I don't know, man. I think you make an exception for when they have the guy that killed their king.
Hey,
that's what I thought too.
I mean, I get that. And what you said, T'Chaka said that? T'Challa or T'Chaka?
I'm just quoting what I'm trying to remember because they just streamed on this. Mahler did some tweets about Falcon and Winter Soldier saying he hated the show. And he talked about Civil War and T'Chaka. So.
Yeah, the fandom menace have become Karens at this point.
Hold on.
They're unreasonable counselors.
Is Mahler really fandom menace though? I don't think Mahler's.
He's adjacent.
No, he like bled them out.
What he said.
He does the same type of content. It really does.
I don't know. I mean,
I can't do it anymore. I can't hate it. There's so much. This is the golden era of entertainment to be a nerd. I'm serious.
I thought that was a pretty cool line. They're like, you don't have jurisdiction here. He's like, well, nah, we are the jurisdiction.
I think people read way too much into stuff like that.
No, and this show came out in like 2012 or 2013.
Oh, Justin Proper, go fly a freaking kite.
Oh no, Justin's here. Okay.
No, Justin, thank you.
Here.
Well, he is supporting the channel. So thank you.
Yeah, Justin's welcome.
He gave $1 super chat, so thank you, Justin.
Yeah. Well,
yes, Justin, thank you for your $1.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did.
He did. He gave $1.
He didn't even get a message. Wait, $1 doesn't buy you a message? How does that work?
Okay, Justin, go fly a kite near some power lines. See how that does. See how that works out for you.
I don't know about all that.
Justin Proper, $1. Whoa! This is my first $1 super chat, Justin. What a proper way to say.
But I mean, I feel like just in general, like I feel like people are looking for.
I appreciate it, Justin.
And wokeness. They have like a hypersensitive radar to it. I didn't find anything wrong with that line. I thought because Baron Zemo killed their king. They want revenge, and they have enormous resources. As Wakanda has enormous resources, and they're not really to be messed with.
Hey, Ray.
So I thought that was reasonable. I thought the line was pretty cool. I liked the fight scene. Yeah. I get what Captain America was trying to do. He was trying to reason with them a little bit, and he's a little bit of a hothead too. But. I think the episode's great. I mean, if people want to see it as woke and criticize it, guess what? The small few that aren't like that. Every time I feel like they bring up something, get woke, go broke. Disney Plus gets more subscribers.
Right. Well,
So
Eddie, I
just
mean, you were
kinda
on
laugh
my
at
stream
that.
talking about that. I know it seemed like you wanted to say something.
Kelly.
Yes, they're just nitpicking. There's nothing there. It's like I when it comes to that woke stuff, they keep bringing out. Look, my brain's hardwired for what I think they will talk about. Like the scene where Sam almost got arrested by the police. I believe that he's not really that popular when it comes to superheroes, and I don't know, because they said it before they're going to talk about racial issues, and they are talking about racial issues in the show. I'm just saying, like, that's real world stuff. Who cares? Why are you calling it woke? If that stuff happens in real life. Like,
I mean, we're dealing with it. It's not in the past. It's happening every single day.
I apologize for derailing the stream, by the way. I just wanted your guys' take on that because I know Firewater was here and I was curious what he thought.
No, I thought the scene was fine. I thought it was a great action scene. I'm sad we lost the one guy. I actually like that. I forget the gentleman's name that was Captain America's right hand. He's a cool dude.
Battlestar.
Well, hopefully he wakes up, but he got hit pretty freaking hard. I don't know if that's happening. I like the guy. I like all the casting in the show so far. I think it's great.
Yeah. Omega Level Mutant 2 says, first of all the people, well, not all of them, but a majority of them are criticizing Falcon and Winter Soldier may not even be. He says they aren't really MCU fans. I'm like, yeah, I agree. Most of them.
Well, maybe they're non-customers criticizing a product they'd never plan.
You know what though?
Anyways.
Precisely.
Real quick. Aaron does bring up a good point. I mean, I kind of get what Aaron's saying at the bottom there. That they don't really have a reason to go after Zemo because T'Challa said, "Hey, revenge is bad, and I don't want to be consumed by it." He didn't kill Zemo at the end for a reason. Yep. So I kind of get his point there. And
that's fair. That's fair criticism. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah,
you're right because Zemo was about to do something permanent, and then he stopped him. Right. So
no, I don't think he has a beef with you. He's just throwing little jabs because of people you're associated with it. But I don't think he really has a beef with you.
Yeah, Justin, essentially, I have no real beef with you. It's just the people you associate with. They're scumbags.
Okay.
Well, you see what they're all saying now that barely nobody's watching it, that the numbers are down, that the wokeness made everybody leave.
Yeah, that's why episode 4 was running all day.
Not only that, dude, though, I don't believe the people who said so. The people who leaked that it's people stopped watching it at a certain time. That's what you choose to waste that leak on. Like, come on, man.
Well, Justin has a criticism here, so let's before we get to the article, let's examine his thoughts here. The only thing I don't like about Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the constant acknowledgement that Sam is black. We knew that already. It's a little annoying. I don't foresee that at all. I think the scenes where it's brought up are very organic and real world issues that Black Americans have to deal with. I don't think it's all in your face to me. I mean, but in his criticism here, he feels it's pushed a little bit. Like, okay, we get it.
I mean,
I really don't see that. I think it's very organic.
Well, you know what though? Rhea says here that she thought that the new episode coming out was a bit timely in terms of the subject matter at the end. No, I kind of see where Rhea's coming from. Sometimes, you know, I don't want to speak for black people or black women in general, but I understand like something like that. It very much seems like something out of the times we live in can be a little hard to watch and something that you just kind of like want to escape as entertainment from.
That's fair criticism.
You know?
Yes.
I mean, it's even more daring. To me, the scene is even more daring than you think because it wasn't totally against. I mean, it was against John Walker's character.
But you saw why he went that far.
But it was his intentions didn't mean to just be brutal at the beginning. His intentions were to, you know, he's warped now. He's something different than he started to be. His intentions might have been good at the beginning, but now he's become something else. That's also something to examine. I don't want to go too much into police and stuff too, but that might not always be there. No, I'm not. Don't worry, Investor. I'm not. I'm just saying that also
you're good.
That also examines like where they start and where they end up.
Well, that's what I love about the show. Yeah. It explores that moral gray zone. You know, no one's truly a good guy or a bad guy. You understand where everyone's coming from.
And I thought Falcon explored that with the character. I think her name's like Carly.
Yeah.
It says like, you know, your message is actually reasonably decent. You're trying to help those that were kind of like now displaced, but you're blowing up buildings with innocent people. And I'm like, I can't do that. Sorry. You know, and then if you're going to continue to do that, we're effectively going to have a problem. So I don't think even if under the best of circumstances, I love Falcon, but I don't think he was going to talk her down regardless. But at least, you know, he bought some time. So, but I know that I thought he at least tried to reason with the other side, which I thought was good. It's like, look, you can't blow up innocent people.
And it's a very Captain America thing to do. I thought that scene was like really going to establish him as like why he needs to be the new Cap, because he is able to sit down and reason with people.
Because he seems like I've always liked Falcon. I've always liked Sam. I always thought he was a good and decent man. And I thought him picking up the shield was like, when he got the shield at the end of the Endgame, I was like, that makes sense.
So yeah, we are spoiler talk. Yes, we are.
Sorry, sorry guys. I did derail the stream.
No, I thought we were talking spoiler. Didn't we have a mention?
I said did we see it, but I didn't ask the viewers.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, then that's facts, man.
Here's the
man.
Go ahead and answer.
Here's the thing. I have not watched a single episode. I'm gonna wait till the last job.
Whoops.
No.
Yeah,
Let me finish,
okay.
Max.
All
Let me
right,
finish. With a show like this, I don't care if there are spoilers, honestly.
Okay.
So if it was WandaVision, that might have been one thing because I was really super invested. I'm just going to go into this and watch it like a really good MCU, like a comic book based spy game.
Cool.
That's all I'm going to. So
yeah, that you could, and then you're going to binge it. Okay.
Yeah. Me and the missus are probably going to binge it because
my apologies for talking spoilers there. Is there any way to pin a chat, pin something up top of the chats, be like, hey, we're talking Falcon and Winter Soldier spoilers. If you don't want to be here, then
we could.
But I mean, I feel kind of odd that people wouldn't watch it when it first comes out. But I mean, other than Ambassador, who's going to be, I understand what Ambassador is trying to do, but most people would probably catch it.
Well, I've been kind of busy, and me and the missus, we haven't even watched Justice League yet. She hasn't. I have. I've already watched it twice, and we're gonna. Man, Ambassador hasn't seen Justice League yet. So
okay, is she doing all right now, and everything going good with your family?
Well, Mother Ambassador had bypass surgery yesterday. They did double bypass. I'll keep it quick. I'll keep it short. She is in ICU. She was out yesterday to let herself rest and heal from the surgery. She is awake. She's got her breathing tube out, and she's doing good. We're going to go see her tomorrow. So
that's great to hear, man.
Lots of prayers go to
absolutely
on that.
Thank you all very, very much. I appreciate it most sincerely. All right, back to the fun stuff.
Yeah. So let's get into this Wolverine stuff, Max. I think the audience wants to hear.
I'm gonna do what Firewater said and post the comment and then pin it.
Okay.
There you go. Smart man. And hey, Max, I didn't get a chance to say this because, well, I haven't been on a stream with you in a while. Congrats on finally getting for turning on your super chats. Took you long enough.
Well, I really did an examination of the communities on YouTube, and the anti-shill and anti-e-begging communities are really bad and toxic for real. And I was just like, it's not even worth it for me anymore to fight it. And people like doing it. And then there's some frequent collaborators that could get a little something more. Like,
for the record, Max, I appreciate it, but you can give my share to somebody else.
And same here, Max. And by the way, Max, you are many things. You can be a bit of a blockhead. Yeah. You can be a bit of a hothead. But one thing you're most definitely not is a grifter or a shill or a con. Far from it. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
It's about, as I said, it's about bloody time you turned on your super chats.
Yeah, lots of people told me to do that.
Eddie, I think Justin is wanting you to speak a little more. So, dude, get off your phone and freaking speak. I have to. Last time I had Eddie on my channel, I had to practically single him out and say, "Dude, talk."
Well,
it's like you get on the stream and you get deer in the headlights syndrome. Speak. People are here to hear you speak. Open your mouth and put out words.
We'll go to him. We'll go to Eddie first after we read this article.
Sorry.
No. You're good. We'll read this.
Yeah, we have two articles, Max, on Wolverine. I think they both go together really well.
All right. So here's the geekosity, and then we'll get Eddie's reaction first after I read without my glasses. Hugh Jackman wants to look at Marvel Wolverine plans before walking. All right, so what's that mean? It's written by Mikey Sutton, the main guy.
He walked. So is he going to walk back to walk away again?
I don't know. Let's read.
Kidding.
I didn't read this article yet, so we'll see what he says. Hugh Jackman might not be done with Wolverine. However, he needs to see a script from Marvel Studios first. After 2017's Logan, Hugh Jackman felt that he was finished as Wolverine. Critics and fans praised Logan worldwide. Furthermore, the Academy Awards nominated the movie for Best Adapted Screenplay. The film was also a massive box office smash. It grossed over $600 million globally. Perhaps more importantly, Logan cemented Hugh Jackman's legacy as Wolverine. So, I'm not going to read the whole article, but he wants to see the plans for it, that he might be interested.
Well, speaking as a longtime Marvel fan, I mean, quite literally practically all my life, and a longtime X-Men fan, I say if the Jackman wants to come back and play the Wolverine, I say let it be so. Do it. Just give him something good. Give him something Logan level awesome. Or give him something like Days of Future Past awesome. Because I'll be honest, those are by far. I mean, I've watched everything that is Wolverine related, and I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He was born to play that role. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Eddie, speak. Eddie, yes. Get off your phone.
Eddie, what do you think?
Get off your phone.
He's going.
He's going.
Do you think
we can see you?
Ambassador, I feel like you're like a middle school science teacher.
Yeah.
Eddie, get off the damn phone and pay attention. Okay, we're learning about chlorophyll.
Well, do you think this is wishful thinking on Geekosity, Mikey Sutton, or do you think that he may actually consider doing it? Knowing Hugh Jackman, do you think he actually consider doing it if he sees a good screenplay or something?
Yeah, I think he will. I mean, Marvel, like I said, they always have a plan. They always have a structure that everybody can go by, and they're more organized than another. I'm not even gonna say whatever when it comes to DC. But yeah, I believe that there's a possibility they could come back. Yes, it is wishful thinking, but like I said before, he said it before that he is interested in coming back before he changed his mind. But look, people. The same thing with Ben Affleck. He said he was never coming back, and look what happened. So there's a possibility. And yeah, Hugh Jackman is a huge star. I'm just saying, money definitely talks, but so does a good script. But yeah, I do believe that with the right script, then yes, he will come back.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong. By the way, if I'm wrong and he comes back, I'll take that L every day of the week. I want him to come back. I'll eat crow on that one. That's fine. I'll happily eat crow on that one.
Again, my position is I think he will come back. Because I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's going to be a little Doctor Strange movie where he explores the multiverse, and they want a lot of cameos. I would 100% believe that they'll get Hugh Jackman back. But I think the rumors that have come out recently about them doing a Wolverine anthology show on Disney Plus are way more believable to cast a new actor. So I think it's going to be best of both worlds. I think you will get Hugh Jackman back in a movie, but you're also going to get a new Wolverine. Like an MCU version.
Oh, that's true. That is funny, Omega. It's funny how people have a problem with this is kind of backtracking, but Joker had a lot of messages in it.
Yeah, it was basically an Antifa fan film, man. Dress up in masks and burn the city down.
Oh,
you don't get more Antifa than that.
Good scene, man.
I mean about the.
It was very well acted and very well directed.
I mean about mental health in programs provided by the government for people that have mental health and stuff. It's very and how you treat people and stuff like that. I don't know,
but at least back then though, because I would hope it's significantly improved. Because would that take place in like the late 70s, early 80s, or something like that?
Yeah.
And I felt bad. That's like, oh, by the way, this is our last week. It's I would hope that. Especially with somebody with Arthur's condition, he'd get a little bit more notice than, oh, by the way, I'm out, deuces. Where am I supposed to get my meds? Don't worry about that. You'll get them somewhere, or you won't.
Well, Sir Nerdalot says, love Jackman as Wolvie, but he's 52. I'd rather have a new actor. I get that. But here's another article that RJ sent me, and let's take a look at this. Okay, go ahead.
Let me ask a real quick question. Fancast. This is our fancast. Who would we want to see play the new Wolverine? Who
Tom
do we
Hardy.
think could?
I said Carl Urban last time.
Carl Urban,
because he's Venom, and if that's going to be all part of everything.
Oh, that's true.
But I'd still like him anyways.
Yeah, I could see that. RJ,
I'm not
Eddie?
a Tom Hardy fan.
How can you not like Tom Hardy? The
I
dude is
think
talented as all hell.
I think he's very talented. I just
Okay.
I don't get it. Like people go overboard with the Tom Hardy.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
not going
get it.
crazy over him. He's a really solid, good actor. He does good stuff, and he can play a wide range.
Yeah, I have two. I have Carl Urban as well, but I also have Taron Egerton. I think Taron Egerton can do a good job.
Is that the dude from Kingsman?
He played, it's the guy from Kingsman. He also played Elton John and Rocket Man. He's a really good actor.
I think I could see that.
Mine is the guy that played Split. What's his name? And he's also James McAvoy.
James McAvoy? You're going to have Professor X playing Wolverine.
Yeah, but did you see when he went full? He went full rage.
I got you.
Split. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
They would never do that.
I know.
Anytime you see McAvoy, you're gonna think Professor X, not Wolverine.
All right, now this is a way that I actually would really see Hugh Jackman doing it besides just like a cameo in an Avengers film or from what if they go back in time and it's before Logan? Or I don't know if that's even what they're saying is and Wolverine anthology series.
Yeah, basically what this article says that the idea is that they're already doing the X-Men movie called The Mutants and Marvel, or that's already in development. The idea for this is that it would be a retelling of the Weapon X, the Weapon origin movie. Ooh. So each episode would tell a part of his life story from when he first got his mutant abilities to like his journey in Japan and stuff, culminating where he is in the present day. So each episode would be a different story in his life.
Well, that would be going back.
Actually, just real quick, George, no, you're not the only one. I thought Tom Hardy as Bane was excellent. He sold me as Bane.
Oh yeah.
I thought he played a good Bane.
Yes.
Yeah, just the voice threw me off. Like because the way they did the voice audio for that part.
By the way, Bradley said, "Could you imagine Dave Bautista as Wolverine?" I don't know. I think Dave Bautista should play Bane, or like he should play like a Bane character.
Dave Bautista.
I'm not gonna say no, but he's already playing Drax, and he's going to be playing in Army of the Dead. Oh my gosh, Army of the Dead trailer, that looks so good. But we're talking about Marvel tonight, so I'll shut up.
I could kind of imagine Batista as like Sabretooth or something, possibly something like that.
That'd be a good one.
Aaron Entertainment actually had a really interesting CM Punk.
CM Punk even act?
Yeah, he does. I don't know about that.
A little bit.
Sir Nerd a lot. I can see him coming back if they do it different, or it's not like in the future. I really keep thinking about how Marvel keeps going back to characters like Loki.
Right. Well, you have to understand too. Jackman's a huge fan. He's always said that he would come back and be so happy if he could fight the Hulk or be with the Avengers.
Ooh.
That's why I feel like.
I never heard that. Okay, so that changes my opinion on things.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I think he would come back for one cameo and one movie, and that's it. I don't think he would come back.
It's got to be with Ryan Reynolds because he's going to be absolutely pissed if he doesn't get his Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh yeah, well, I heard rumors Deadpool might appear in Multiverse of Madness like in a cameo, like after credits.
Let him break the fourth wall. That's what he does so well.
Well, yeah, that he's in the thumbnail. Tom Holland and him together. If they can make it work somehow, that would be gold.
I don't know though, because here's the thing with Spider-Man and Deadpool that people don't realize: they have like this weird flirtation thing, and I don't think the optics of Ryan Reynolds flirting with Tom Holland, who's supposed to be a teenage boy, would really work out.
Oh, here's the comic.
Book cut.
See Rock play Hercules in the MCU. Hercules has a big, perfect casting. Oh well, he's busy with Black Adam. Black Adam's filming now.
Yeah, the only problem.
That could be a great Luke Cage. If they did like a Luke Cage movie.
Yeah, the only problem with the with Hercules in the Marvel, if you're going to go accurate for Marvel, you need more of an actor that has the Grecian or the Mediterranean look to him more than the Polynesian. I'm not saying Rock couldn't do it, but if they're wanting to be accurate to the look and design of the character, they're going to need somebody that has more of a Mediterranean look to them. I just saw somebody that could potentially play a good Wolverine, Oded Fair.
I don't know who that is.
Did you ever see The Mummy? The remakes with He played Ardeth Bay.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I have a bad memory. I can't remember. Sorry.
Did anybody see the Mummy with
Yes,
Brendan
yes,
Fraser?
I know exactly what you're talking about. He was the
Okay.
guy in the Mummy movies who like warned Brendan Fraser about the curse of the mummy.
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
He could maybe play Wolverine. Maybe.
All right.
I think Raya had a question regarding who should be cast as T'Challa. I say bring back Killmonger from the dead and let Michael B. Jordan do it. I thought it was a shame they killed him off. I thought that would have been a good redemption arc. I'm just a Michael B. Jordan fan, so
that he's
he can do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah, that he's in. Do you want him to actually play the T'Challa himself, or
he's royalty. He's a part of the bloodline.
Right. So, but I think he's saying if they actually recast him as T'Challa, though.
Right. Well, Kevin Feige.
I guess I'm interpreting the question differently. Yeah.
I mean, Feige said they're not going to recast.
I know you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I mean, Feige said they're not going to recast, but I think they will cast a new character, like a new actor to play a Black Panther who's taking over from T'Challa. I think I know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Regis Jean Page, who's in Bridgerton. I think he would be a good choice.
Oh wow,
he's a good actor.
A really good choice.
Yeah,
especially he got shot down by DC. Marvel,
for Krypton. For Krypton.
Marvel
he just left Bridgerton too.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for doing that. He doesn't need that show anymore.
Actually, here's the crazy thing. I did not think I would like Bridgerton, but the missus was like, hey, you should check this out. And I actually ended up enjoying the entire first season. I really did. It was really entertaining.
Rel has a nice one here. Ray, I would pick Yaha Abdul Mateen, but he's already in the DCU as Black Manta. That would be a good one too.
Well, just because he's in DC doesn't mean he. A lot of people, they're like, we don't know what's going on over there. They may want to jump ship. I don't blame them. Marvel's vision is just, I don't want to say it's perfect. I don't want to romanticize it, but damn, it's I can't find any flaws in it.
This is an interesting take from Omega about Wolverine, Homelander actor. If he got scruffy and maybe.
I think I could see him more as Sabretooth, to be honest, when it comes to the Homelander actor.
Oh, okay.
I don't know enough about that actor to say yay or nay, so I'm just gonna.
He's a good actor.
He's damn good as Homelander.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
I never could. I haven't watched The Boys, so I can't speak on it. So
my wife doesn't like it. She's like, it's too intense for her with the violence and stuff.
It's brutal. It is brutal.
She just
the violence for me. Go ahead, Max. Go ahead.
Well, it's more. It's like all the time. It's not just, and it's like she can't take it. She's like, I'm done with this show after this last season. She's like, I can't take it anymore. And then it's mixed with sexual stuff too together. I'm not saying we're against watching that, but if it's like all the time, it's like the storyline's great though. I like the storyline. Now we're not getting into DCEU, but Sil Abdul is he's hinting at a story tomorrow. He's updating. It's kind of like Flash looking at Ben Affleck's Batman. I
hope we get some good news.
I don't think it's going to be good news, to be honest, Firewater.
Look at that.
I'll be disappointed. And I don't know, my HBO Max contract, because I get it through my cable provider, I'm renegotiating in June. I don't know if I'm going to I'll probably keep it, but like, I don't know.
Well, he says, I don't even know the whole story yet. It's...
Firewire, this is just my 2 cents on the whole HBO Max thing, keep it or not keep it. Even if you're not a DC person, there's a lot of good stuff on there. And I know a lot
I've been an HBO subscriber since, the only time I didn't have it was when I was in college and we couldn't get it. So we've always had it, but I'm also looking to cut my costs right now. So I mean, my cable bill is going to go up. It's going to go from $130 to $195 for the same.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I get that and everything. I heard you mention that the other night. Like I said, Max, I've been watching your stuff on replay. I just because I couldn't be here. But anyway,
right, I appreciate that. Yeah, so I mean, I'm probably bluffing. I'm shoving all in with 2-7 offsuit, but it's I'll probably keep it.
Wow, Justin Proper, thanks a lot for another super chat. We really appreciate it. You're a good dude. I've always felt for Justin Proper. Go check out his channel, and I think Saggy likes to go visit him on This Week in Bullshit. I think is the show that she likes to go on.
I've actually watched a couple of those, and they're not bad.
Okay, cool.
Yes, Justin, I do. Yes, Justin, I do occasionally watch your stuff.
Okay, so his question is, what's one movie each of you would show for and why? I know at least one of you will say The Last Jedi just for giggles. Not me. So feel free to add one you love, ironically. Well, I've actually showed for the Snyder Cut. But,
I know what Eddie's gonna say. Eddie's gonna say Captain Marvel.
No, trust me. Despite everything I say about Brie Larson, no, I think Captain Marvel was mediocre, and that's just.
I actually when I took the hate goggles off because I was all in the game, I was doing the same type of content, and I was feeling bad about myself. I'm not saying that's what everyone does. I'm just saying my wife was like, "What are you doing?" I know her comments were annoying, but stop it. Just go. I can't even go to the movies and enjoy movies with you. And that was also when I was boycotting too. So I brought it upon myself. But after I took my goggles off and just watched it, I really enjoy Captain Marvel. Really enjoy it.
It's an okay,
but I'm not going to show for it. I'm not going to show.
It is what it is.
One that I really will show for is the RoboCop reboot, which no one really likes. Michael Keaton's in it for one thing. It also has that Joel Edgerton. I just love that remake. It's legit action. I would love it.
I think you meant Joel Kinnaman.
Joel Kinnaman. Sorry, Joel Kinnaman. I messed up. Yeah, Joel Kinnaman. I love that movie, and not many people. Not all reboots are bad. So, is there any movie that you would show for, RJ? Maybe that doesn't get much love.
I don't chill. I'll never chill. That's a lie. I really don't know, though. I honestly don't know. I would have to honestly think about it.
Let me think for mine. I got one. I will always support this movie. I will always every time there's a campaign for this movie, I always show my love. Alita Battle Angel. I love that movie so much. I love it so much. I want to see the second one. I want a second one. I was obsessed with that movie for like a week when it came out. So good.
I know one because you mentioned that got me into James Cameron. Yes, Avatar 2. You're all gonna watch it. It's gonna make another $1 billion. I'm tired of all the hate.
No, it's not. It's gonna bomb. It's flop. It's gonna flop.
Listen,
I don't think so. I think if they have the right star power behind it, it'll be just
right.
Fine.
Don't bet against
Sam Worthington
James
isn't a star anymore, and he's still the leading man.
Doesn't matter. Is that why you go see James Cameron film?
The only big name they have there is freaking Kate Winslet, and she's not big enough anymore to save that movie.
It doesn't
it's gonna
matter.
Flop.
No.
Avatar had no cultural footprint. Nobody cares about the story. Everyone just watched for the 3D and the visual effects.
It's really good overseas too.
I'm just saying, it's gonna flop. It's gonna flop.
I don't know. What your thoughts on Avatar? Everyone makes fun of me for showing for Avatar too. Like, you're all gonna watch it. Don't be lying.
Unless it looks really good and they improve upon the story, then maybe.
Oh, we're losing viewers.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. People don't like Avatar, Max.
You're all gonna say sorry, Max, when the trailer comes out. That's what I'm gonna say. You're like, wow, that looks really good.
Not particularly. I'll just judge it on its merits.
Bend the knee for Brie, Rhea says.
So, just out of curiosity, do I get a turn?
Oh yeah, Rhea has a good point.
Yes,
Eddie likes to lead a battle angel, but he doesn't like anime when that's an anime movie.
I know. There's a background. I'm just saying, look, that's a movie. Some people don't watch the source material all the time. So
but it's an anime movie.
Akita? What's Akita?
Alita Battle Angel from
No,
Robert
he said he typed Akita. What the heck is this Akita?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mike West is here. Remember Mike West, Ambassador?
Yes,
it's been a while.
Michael S.
Those are fighting words where I come from. Anime is not awful. You take it back.
It's not awful.
Well, I think Eddie slipped up. He's like, oh, that is an anime property.
No, I already knew about it. I'm just saying that's different than actually watching the source material. Some people don't do that. Don't do that anymore. I mean, don't do that all the time. So I'm just saying, don't call me out just because I enjoyed the interpretation, live action interpretation, and I don't watch anime at all.
Thanks, George. Thanks, George. Me, you, and Firewater says don't count out James Cameron.
Yeah, you know what?
You can't count him out. There's no way.
While you guys are here, actually, I put this in the group chat. Did you guys see that interview of one of the former writers of New Gods? He talked about what there was originally going to be in the script. It's actually very fascinating to see him talk about that movie.
Because I'm not in the group chat. I'm not special enough.
Oh, no, not the group chat, the private chat for the stream.
Oh,
I think he just made it worse. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we might save that for tomorrow. Keep that on because I also want to talk out Multiversity stream where they actually have the writer on.
Eddie, get off your phone.
Oh,
I'm gonna put in the chat like white on rice.
No, but he throws it, but he has to stay on his phone to bring gold in like this. He loves bringing humor in the chat.
It's called your mouth. Use it. That's what she said.
No. Whoa.
Oh, gosh, people.
All right, I want to get to the.
I still have to give you mine.
Okay.
I have to give you mine, but Firewire, you go ahead first.
I'm going to say Zack Snyder's Justice League because I thought it was funny that Zack Snyder put a little egg on the face of Geeks and Gamers. And that to me is worth the price of admission. Actually, it's a really great movie, and I would, in all seriousness, I would like to see him finish his set of movies there, his anthology, get 2 more at least. I thought it was great, and I thought it was awesome.
Oh, you know,
it wasn't perfect, but it was great.
I might actually have an answer to the question, but I'll let Ambassador go first.
No, RJ, you go ahead because I'm gonna drop a bomb.
Okay. So for me, I think like the one movie I'd probably shill for is Into the Spider-Verse. It's probably like one of my favorite movies of all time. Like I rewatch it like at least like two times every like 2 months. So I watch it like constantly.
Michael S. It depends on which kind. You gotta broaden your horizons. You gotta.
Yeah, not every anime is like that.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always an anime for you. You just got to find it.
Yeah, just watch My Hero Academia. You know, that's a good one. I do like that.
All right. Yeah. Y'all ready for the movie I chill for?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go.
It's kind of an older movie.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to get booted for the minute I say it.
I'm ready. I'm ready to boot you. No. No, I'm just kidding. See, this
the
is
Hunger
why,
Games trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what movie?
The Hunger Games trilogy.
I like the first
Hunger
one.
Games.
There's nothing wrong with that. I thought it was going to be something way worse.
But I'll tell you what. That's the reason I don't like Jennifer Lawrence as the Hunger Games trilogy.
No, I don't like her because of how she treated the role of Mystique.
Yeah,
like, she just phoned it in so hard.
She gives more than any other actor or actress. She just, you see her joy for the character leave after the first film.
I thought she carried it through pretty good through Days of Future Past, but I could definitely see, I can see the argument where she kind of phoned it in Apocalypse. I did not watch Dark Phoenix. I had no interest because
she was even worse in Dark Phoenix.
That's what I heard.
She was worse.
Okay. That's an interesting one. Brad Pitt. That's a funny. I love that. Brad Pitt. The only movie that they're shilling is for Blade Runner.
You know what?
That's
100% correct.
Very entertainment. The Room. Yes.
The Room. Okay.
Blade Runner 2049 is a masterpiece. By the way, I love that movie.
I have still not seen it, and I want to. I think it's on HBO Max right now.
What
am I doing here?
I don't know.
What am I doing here?
Well, we got to get Firewaters shilling.
I'm kidding.
I answered that already.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I missed it.
He said Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh,
because Zack Snyder threw a little egg on the face of Geeks and Gamers. I thought that was kind of funny. That was funny to me.
Any other movie that you would show for that people don't always agree with great films?
I mean, why don't we do the reverse of it? A movie you can't despise, you despise with all your heart.
Well, no. How about a movie? You know what? A movie I would shill for and I think it's a great representation. It's a great allegory for people on the internet now. Is actually The Postman with Kevin Costner.
Okay, I wanted to revisit that movie. I haven't
watch it now and then think of your outrage YouTubers as I forget the name of the one general.
Okay.
And I think it kind of
fits
in. I don't want to say perfectly, but let's round up the perfect.
I've never seen The Postman. I've never even heard of that movie before.
Neon Sci-Fi said you.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. Well, Neon Sci-Fi.
Am I on the right track there, Ambassador? With my commentary on that
about what
the Postman being an allegory for modern day YouTube, some modern day YouTubers
to a certain degree. Yes, I was actually
with the general. That is.
Yes, I would say that. Here's the interesting thing. I was actually watching the Simpsons reruns on, well, not reruns, but on Disney Plus today, and they did I watched the episode where they were bringing the Radiation Man movie to Springfield, and they had the section where they're trying to figure out who's going to play Radiation Man, and you had the guy sitting underneath the conference table, and then you had all the old school nerds. And then you had Prince in the middle, all linking together over the internet.
Oh wow!
And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is like just today." Yes, yet without the high speed internet.
There are so many seasons of The Simpsons I've missed. I have to get back into these series too.
But Neon Sci-Fi, just to round that out real quick, I am married to a Twihard, and I am perfectly happy with that fact.
Edward or I forget the other name.
Jacob.
I was Team Alice.
Alice.
Who?
Team Alice.
I don't remember the movies. I did watch them. I watched them.
She was the one that could see into the future.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's cool.
She was a cutie.
Those movies are just too hilarious to me. Like I just watch them and laugh because they're
of
so
course
bad.
I love Of course,
I
I
made
love
a lot of
the
money
for the first one.
Successful.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about this. I mean, if we're gonna still talk Falcon Winter Soldier, I just saw a tweet.
Well, we're gonna talk about Falcon Winter Soldier, but I also want to mix it up and do something different first. So let's get to the Mortal Kombat first reviews. Reactions.
There we go.
This is on
the movie already came out in some Middle Eastern countries, I believe.
And people got their screeners, so this is the reactions. This is from Screen Rant. Early reviews for the Mortal Kombat movies are up, and the reboot is receiving high praise for its stylish action and loyalty to the games. It's going to be brutal, from what I've heard. Okay, here's Mafado Fakradin. Sorry. I'm really trying to.
Oh my goodness, Max! You just butchered that name.
IGN Middle East. Sorry.
Entertainment, you're killing me.
If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you'll have a blast since you'll fill in the gaps with your pre-existing knowledge of the series and just revel in the violence.
50 Shades of Grey.
I'm not going into that area. Well, someone called out Saggy. She was complaining about it, and like you read it. She's like, yeah, I did. But it says there will be little reason to care for the stakes here. Ultimately, that's what 2021's Mortal Kombat comes down to: a solid video game adaptation full of fan service for the gamers. That's spoiler. Should I say that?
That's a mild spoiler. We knew that they've.
Okay. And a decent action movie for everyone else.
Excellent. Another reason to go back to the theater.
I'm not gonna. Oh, what's that?
I'm gonna catch that one on HBO Max. I'm gonna have a tough time dragging a wife to that.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Especially the violence. Dude. I don't know if my wife's gonna deal with that.
Mamma Bastard. Hey, she'll go with me. She didn't go with me to see Godzilla vs. Kong, but now she's saying being a bunch of our friends when she's like, I should have gone.
I don't know if I should say this, but let's just say, like, sadly, because the movie already released in some countries, some stuff leaked. I did see a leaked clip. The violence in this movie is gonna be next level. That's all.
Oh, good.
It's gonna be like.
I mean, don't give me.
Yeah,
that's what Mortal Kombat is. I mean, it almost got banned by Congress. They tried to.
Like, honestly, the stuff I saw in the leaked clips, I'm shocked the movie's not NC-17. Like, really? They push that R hard.
All right.
Well, they're really pushing back. Really me. I'm really here.
Well, here's James Marsh, South China Morning Post. I'm not going to read every one of them, but I just want to read these two. Nuanced character drama. This most certainly isn't. Instead, this is boxers with ninja blood and green berets with robot arms pummeling invisible lizards and bat-winged demon babes to a bloody pulp. When they're not fighting, characters bicker and spout pseudo.
Max, you should take all those super chats and get some reading lessons, my guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not reading lessons.
I'm teasing.
It's all right.
Max is blind. He can't see behind the mask, man.
Spiritual idioms until it's time to square off again. Mortal Kombat. Maybe I shouldn't read too much more. I'm moving. Mortal Kombat is not for.
Max.
I'm not wearing a mask and I have glasses.
Yeah, like Max, this is what you pay us for, man. We'll read it for you.
Yeah. Read it for me.
But for those in the know, get over here.
Okay. So everyone's saying it's good reactions. Like
Right?
I wasn't feeling the trailer that much to me.
Yeah, I do think it is funny though that they say it's very loyal to the games because they are teasing that they're doing something very weird and different that some of the fans are pissed off about. I mean, we'll talk about it when the movie comes out, but I do find it interesting that the reviewers seem to think it's faithful, but some of the fans are a little upset. But I mean, of course, this is how it's always going to be.
I'm not that hardcore of a fan. I used to beast people at my local mall arcade with Melina and Mortal Kombat 2 back when I was a kid.
I can never play the game, but I love the first movie. I did a review of the first movie.
Yeah.
A month or so ago.
I love the soundtrack.
Did you guys hear that they're bringing back the theme? They posted on their Twitter or whatever.
Oh,
it's like a dubstep remix of the original.
Oh, that would actually be kind of dope. You get the wub-wubs going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody will be up in the theaters jamming. I'll do it. Of course, my wife will facepalm like, why did I come with him tonight?
Yeah, but I don't know if I could watch it in the theater because I feel like if I'm eating my popcorn, I'd see all the bloody fatalities, all the gore. I'd probably like lose my lunch.
That stuff never bothered me ever.
Nerdlot, and you call yourself a geek, and you're not hyped for Mortal Kombat? Nerd card revoked.
Oh, he says girlfriend is hyped from MK, but I could care less. Wow.
I think sometimes you have to be a fan
why
of the
do you
games,
think I just said what I said, Max?
Oh, okay. No, but I was surprised by that, by his girlfriend.
Eddie?
Yeah.
He's looking around.
Here's what I'm conflicted with. Do you think this is a bad idea?
Dude.
What? He's trolling. He's trolling. He knows what it is.
I know he knows what it is. I'll rip your nerd card so fast you'll make your head spin.
Here's breaking news about the Creed 3. I was very happy to learn that Michael B. Jordan is directing himself.
Hey, cool.
But Sylvester Stallone won't be bringing back.
And honestly, that's a good thing because Creed 2 ended his story in the most perfect way. I don't want him to come back.
Okay.
Honestly,
Hey, Geek Studios.
I gotta watch it again because my problems. I forget what happens. I bought it. I gotta rewatch it and see if I'm okay with that. So who else on the panel? What's your hot take on that? If you want to see Sylvester Stallone come back,
I think they should have killed him off in Creed 2.
Creed 2 killed him off.
Yeah. No, I don't think so because the ending he got in that movie was perfect for his character. That's like the perfect ending for him. He should be a character that rides off into the sunset. I mean, can I say what happens at the end of the movie or not? Because I don't want to spoil it.
Say spoilers. Yeah, spoilers. Okay, remind me. Remind the madman who forgets everything.
Okay, so spoilers at the end. Basically, the whole point of him and his later life is that he lost connection with his son that he had in Rocky V and Rocky Balboa. At the end of Creed 2, he goes to visit his son. They reconcile. They have a reconciliation at the end of the movie. He finally reconnects with his son. So to me, I thought that was a perfect ending for his character because it's like his son is the last family he has because everyone else has passed away. So I thought it brought his character arc to full circle.
Okay, I could see that. I will have to see. Michael S.
Michael, you hate everything.
Not the Rocky movies, man. Rocky 3 and 4 are classic. I mean, Rocky 1 and 2 as well. I think
Michael
all the
except for Rocky 5, we can just forget
Rocky 5 sucks. Even Stallone says it's not canon to the universe anymore.
Yeah, he said that looks like a nightmare. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, he is in it, Brian. Here's an interesting. I got so many topics tonight. I know.
I'm sorry. I keep sending you stuff because I keep
I know.
Stuff.
But this, I haven't watched it yet. It's on HBO Max right now. And now there's a reason to, because before it wasn't coming back. They're not bringing back the Snyder Cut, but they are bringing back Warrior. Renewed for season 3 as it moves to HBO.
What the heck
HBO
is this
Max.
show?
I can't comment on it. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know what that is.
It was a series that Bruce Lee wanted to develop back in the day, and it actually came to fruition. 2 seasons. They were thinking it was going to be canceled, and now it's getting a season 3.
Wait, so Bruce Lee? This is a Bruce Lee show?
This is
Based
what
off
he
of,
wanted.
like, his
He wanted to start it himself, of course, back in the
Oh,
day.
okay. So like they took the concept.
Yeah, right. Because he grew up in
developing
San
into a new show.
Francisco, right? I'm reading a little bit there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give that a shot. Is Joss Whedon behind this?
I don't think so.
Never mind.
No. Yeah, Joss Whedon did the Nevers, which apparently is the biggest
wrong show.
Yeah.
Wrong show.
Also, apparently, the Nevers is one of the biggest HBO premieres in a while, or something. They keep counting the numbers. Yeah, very weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian's in here. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
Hey.
Sorry, buddy. Just woke up. My bad.
That's all right. That's
It
all
was
right.
5 o'clock. I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap for an hour. And I wake up.
This
I'm like,
this is interesting to me because back in the day, he developed a potential TV series about martial artists in the American Old West. Networks weren't interested, but then Warner Bros. Allegedly took the concept and transformed it into Kung Fu with David Carradine, and now it's on HBO Warner Brothers.
And gave Lee no credit. Yeah.
Right.
Actually, it's Warner Brothers.
Wait a
You know
minute,
what? That
wait a
makes
minute,
sense.
Well, there's a big surprise.
Isn't there a new Kung Fu show on the CW that's a remake of the David Carradine show? Didn't like that
Yes.
just start airing?
Yeah,
Is that any
Yeah.
good? I haven't heard anyone
I
talk
haven't
about
wa- I
it.
haven't
I don't
watched it.
watch the CW.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot. I got to catch up on.
Maybe I'll check out all
the
3
lowest-
seasons are on HBO Max.
Yeah,
They bought the show. Yeah, maybe I'll
it
check
was
that
on.
out.
It was on another.
It was on Cinemax.
premium-
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
have Cinemax. So.
And then they moved it over, and it wasn't going to get a season 3. But this everyone's shocked by this, so they're not. Well, there's your consolation prize, Snyder Cut fans. You get Warrior season 3. But respect.
Did
to
anyone
Bruce
ever
Lee.
see Birth of the Dragon?
No.
That was it was about Bruce Lee fighting Wong Jack-man. They had a famous duel in San Francisco, I think in the 70s or some point. And it was Wong Jack-man was a monk flown in from China.
Oh, yeah. That movie came out a couple years ago, actually.
Yeah,
I heard
it
about
did. It wasn't like I bought it because I'm a Bruce Lee fan. I'll
Mhm.
pretty much get anything about Bruce Lee. I'll try to.
I'll check it out.
But it was a decent action film, and it was, kind of covered his time in San Francisco and things like that.
Well, Eddie here says to remember to watch and chill for the Powerpuff Girls show on the CW.
Heck yeah.
Eddie, why do you keep bringing that up, man?
Hey,
It always
no.
leads
you know what?
leads to
CW
disaster.
must make a lot of money for Warner Brothers because they keep pumping out
No,
shows.
they do.
And
They
they
do.
get,
Yeah,
they get
they-
lots
yeah.
of season for all those shows. They work in them low budget. It's sort of like the trauma of not that that, but they just keep doing they're successful.
you can make a lot of money off of Noxzema commercials, dude. Like, honestly.
Brian, you're killing me, man. By the way, Brian, good to see you, man.
Hey, buddy, what's going on? I just came in because I saw some heresy in the chat. How the
Okay.
hell can you not like the Rocky movies, dude?
Michael,
It's Michael
Michael
S.
S.
he's gone now. Where are you?
He's
Are you
like-
still in your Mike West?
Yeah, I
Drop a
compared
bomb
him
like
to,
that and then take off. Get out. Come on.
I compared him to Zeno and I ran him off. Thankfully.
Oh, Neon Sci-Fi. I think I remember that people were upset. I think even Bruce Lee's someone with Bruce.
Well,
Lee.
no,
They
I remember
made the movie
once-
more about
yeah.
Steve McKee, I
They
believe.
did. Yep. Yeah,
And
they did.
in the original cut, and then they kind of did some reshoots, but I
And
I
that
get
was around
that
the same time as
criticism.
Once
I
Upon a
did get
Time
that
in Hollywood.
criticism. They said it was
too. You guys
whitewashed.
remember that whole controversy? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Quentin Tarantino. People got really upset about that one scene.
Oh yeah, the way they portrayed Bruce in that scene.
Yeah, which I didn't think was that offensive, but
They
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean-
portrayed him as a jerk.
right.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I guess since we're talking about this, we can talk about also too. Like, apparently, I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently in episode 5, one of the writers said that they believe that episode 5, the one coming out this week, is going to be their best episode in terms of acting, directing, and action. He thinks this episode is like their proudest achievement,
Okay.
and also apparently it's going to be a huge cameo in episode 5. Apparently, Slash Film said it's going to be a female actress who's never been in the MCU before. It's a new character. It's a big kind of reveal. They don't have an upcoming movie, and people are speculating. So I don't know. Apparently, episode 5 is going to be huge, though. So
All right.
and longer.
I can't.
Oh yeah,
wait.
it's gonna be 55 minutes. Like,
They said
wow.
that about WandaVision, man.
Yeah, I
It's just
know,
like
but I know,
extra few minutes of credits.
but this time,
But then what did Paul Bettany said? It was just too good. I had to do it or something like that.
Yeah,
it was
but
the ultimate troll.
But I mean, come on.
Someone I've
That was
always
a
wanted
good
to work
troll, though.
with.
That was a very good.
I'm just saying,
Oh, right.
all the scoopers are saying there's a big cameo this week. All the not the trailers,
Okay.
Slash Film said it. Something's happening this week. There's gonna be a famous actress in this show. I don't know who.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Just
But they
I'm
said
telling
it's
you,
gonna be a
tamp
famous
down
blonde
those
actress.
expectations, guys.
A famous blonde
Brian
actress
is so
gonna be in this.
jaded with everything now. He's like, no, don't tell me
With
it's not
regards
gonna
to these movies,
happen.
who didn't get? I love speculating as much as the next guy, but who did not get burned in WandaVision, and who wants that to happen again?
I know.
I mean,
Brian,
I thought
they're
Paul
saying
Bettany's
it-
troll was good. I was salty.
He had me going. I was like,
No, but I was like, well, what? Paul Bettany's been in a ton of. Who hasn't he worked with?
yeah.
They're speculating.
like,
And I
oh,
was like, you son of a bitch, man! Come on.
Yeah, but that's my thing, though.
That's
And I was like, all right.
That's
my thing, though.
Let's be real, Firewire. That's a troll on your level. You would do
Right.
something like that.
But that's my thing, though.
I'm not.
Why would the press do that all over again? Hype up another cameo, like another big
Why wouldn't
episode
they?
if it wasn't going to be like
Because it
that.
works.
Like,
Because it works.
Yeah, but they can't do it again. It's going to make everyone more
Nah,
upset.
they already
They
did
have
that.
to be.
They did that.
they
gag.
gotta
They're
be-
gonna do the
They're
new gag now.
the
Yeah,
fans
They
are
gotta
going
be
to say
legit
it
this
sucks.
time.
The YouTubers are going to say it sucks no matter what.
Yeah, it doesn't
What's
matter. Yeah, you don't go to please them. You just
Right.
kind of.
Okay.
I mean, it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
All I'm saying
'Cause
is something. If episode 5 is as big as they promised and some big cameo happens, I want an apology from everyone because I called it. I'm telling you, I believe it this
I
time.
haven't said yay or nay, so you're not getting the apology
No,
from
you'll
me.
be do that
Me
apology,
neither.
but I'm just telling you, pump the brakes, kid.
Darth Scipio says that Wyatt Russell looks like a creep in the Cap outfit. Does he look
He
kind
looks-
of creepy?
He looks like pull up the picture again. He looks like It looks
Not
like
gonna
the
lie.
old. He looks like the old man from Up.
Uh-oh.
He kinda does
Incoming.
behind the mask. Yeah.
Incoming heat.
Matt Jarvel. I thought I sent Matt Jarvel one.
No, it's the hero from SpongeBob,
All right, hold on.
Mermaid Man?
Merman.
All
It looks
right.
like that helmet's too tiny on him.
I think Chris Evans going to fight his old Captain America.
No,
I-
if that,
He's
if
like,
that
you got
happens,
some lessons to learn, young man.
if that
Yeah,
happens,
you're
the internet
old.
would
You
explode.
dead.
That would be like the biggest episode in Disney Plus history.
It's gonna be like
if something
Yoda,
like that.
Yoda coming out to fight Dooku, but like actual
You know-
size.
You know what would really trigger people if they get him to give him a pep talk and he ends up killing old man Steve Rogers. You know how
Oh,
trigger
like
people who
Rogers
can't and that
dies.
happens? Yeah, he kills him.
People would
I
riot.
have arrived. I am on the same row as Matt Jarbo, and everything is awesome.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I
now
wouldn't
you're
go, I wouldn't
right
go
next
that
to him.
far. I mean, like, I angered
Matt,
a lot of
yeah.
people today.
Well, Matt.
So
Matt,
Yeah,
you
well,
never. Matt, you're one of the few.
Today's Wednesday. What
I anger
doesn't matter.
people. I anger people every day.
Don't get over it.
Matt, you don't anger me. You, sir, are a font of useful information.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
I
you
saw
don't know
that-
what he did. You don't know what he
I
did.
know.
You don't know
I
what he
saw
did.
that ratio.
Unlike Max,
posted
who's
on
a font
Twitter.
of useless information, and Eddie is
Oh.
always on his phone.
Well, I'm not right now. I'm at home. I just put my kids to bed so I can take tonight off. I
Okay.
was
Matt,
up
what do you think
a little
about
late
this
last
whole
night.
thing?
So
What do you think about
about
the Falcon Winter Soldier stuff? The episode 5 is apparently the biggest episode.
well, yeah,
big
yeah.
cameo.
I mean, like, here's the thing, though. After WandaVision, I'm keeping it all tucked
yeah,
in tight.
but
You know
why
what
would
I mean?
why would the press hype it up again?
Like,
why would
I
the
mean, I'm
scoopers say
treating
that
this like
it's
the
a big
surprise
fight
ending to
again?
the crying game. You know what I
I'm
mean? Like, I
telling
don't
you.
know what's gonna happen.
Yep. Thank you, Matt. That's where I'm at.
It's
I-
going to be
I
so
tell 'em.
tucked back, you're not even going to know.
It's probably
And if-
best not to read any press before the episode. I already did.
And
so-
if any of you have not seen the Crying Game, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But go
I
watch.
actually-
Go
um,
watch
I-
Ace
I don't
Ventura:
have to-
Pet Detective.
Yes!
Watch Ace Ventura: Pet
Yes!
Detective.
That's how I know about the
Oh.
ending to the
I'm
crying
just-
game because
yeah. All I'm saying
Yeah.
is the press would not hype up another big cameo, another big episode if that's not what was actually happening.
I mean,
because
and
it
it's
gets
it's
destroyed.
coming, yeah, and it's coming from Peter Sciretta. So I mean, as much as I'm not a huge fan of that guy, I know he's got inside connections.
See, I'm telling you guys, man, something's happening.
mean,
It's gonna be a famous blonde actress.
Well, I think it's so someone who's never appeared in an MCU
They don't have an upcoming movie. It's a new character. Yeah.
Well, but
Yo,
okay,
watch them
but,
do the Fantastic Four.
but hold on. What did Grace Randolph say? What did Grace Randolph say?
I don't remember what she said.
That it was
Something
Florence.
about
That it
email.
was Florence Pugh who would be making an appearance.
Who that?
That's Yelena Belova.
In the new Black Widow movie. She's also going to be in Hawkeye.
Oh,
Yeah, she's also
Who
going to be
dat?
in Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
by the
Oh,
way,
is that
Eddie,
the one
you
that
were
was in,
redeemed for that
Fighting with My
comment.
family?
Yeah, her.
Yeah,
Okay,
her.
gotcha.
Or My Little Woman, or whatever you're into.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not
My Little Woman?
It's Little
Is
Women.
that like the
Eddie.
real misogynist version of that movie? Is that the Middle East version of that movie? Like My Little Woman. It's about like a father who's very disappointed in his daughter.
Daniel's
she
hot
has opinions.
Daniel's hot topics. I want Pierce
I don't
Brosnan
know.
as
No,
MCU
it's saying
baby.
wrong.
Am I alone in thinking this though? I think Falcon and Winter Soldier might be better than WandaVision. I think I might like it a little bit more.
I like
it
I like
better.
the action more. I like the build up in WandaVision, but I like the
yeah,
action more. in this.
but I
It's
think
fun.
well here's the thing. The WandaVision like wasn't supposed to be the first one that we saw.
correct.
It was supposed to be this show.
It was supposed to be this show. So
Oh,
this
really?
show
I didn't know
feels this show to me feels like it's a cable television show. Whereas WandaVision felt like something wholly new. But this one feels to me like it's something you would see on like this one has a lower budget than WandaVision. You know, and
Does
you can
it?
tell. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
didn't
can
even
tell.
know.
You can absolutely tell. They shot it in Prague. It's cheaper to film there. They only have like a lot of the interiors are just kind of, you know, it's nothing really too extravagant outside of like what the rave scene and when they went to Madripoor.
Yeah, Zemo dancing it up, dude. He's got dope moves.
Yeah, that was pretty cool that they took that and they put that into a 10-hour or a 1 hour.
Yeah.
That was the ultimate troll for WB. I laughed so hard. I was like, I see.
Yeah,
what you did there.
release the Zemo cut shred. 6
Man.
days later, they give it to us.
I know. And then they just mess with everybody. And then Warner Brothers is all like, so here's this Snyder Cut trilogy video.
Where it says the completion of Zach's trilogy.
I know.
It's
And have
weird.
you seen Enosh has got his thumbnail? It's like, it doesn't mean what you think it means. Like, nah, I'm pretty sure it means what everyone is alluding to.
Well,
But
if you think about it in Hollywood terms, there's not a lot of directors that they get to do more than a trilogy, consecutive films.
Yeah, no, it's really hard.
Look at
I
this
mean,
sequel trilogy. Who
Yeah.
else is? It really gets to do that? Peter Jackson, but he did a trilogy. No
He
one
did
really
two
gets.
trilogies.
Nolan.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, no one ever gets to do that many consecutive films.
Well,
They
and Peter
always-
Jackson wasn't going to do that, though.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, but then look at Justin Lin with what's it called?
Fast
the Fast
and
and
Furious.
Furious.
He gets
So
a
he did
billion
3,
time
4,
off.
5, and 6. So that's 4, and then he's doing 9 and 10. So he's doing 6 out of the 10 entries into this franchise. So yeah, it's
Speaking
like some
of
people
Fast
get
and
there.
Furious, man, that trailer was nuts.
And that trailer told me literally nothing.
I didn't
It told
watch
you they're going to space, Matt. They're
I
going
know,
to
I know,
space.
and I've known that they're going to space though. Like,
Well,
and everyone was freaking out 2 years ago. Like, they're going to go to space. It's like space is awesome.
I've been trying to talk about this one for a while. It's the Wyatt Russell tweeted a potential for Chris Evans cameo. Do you think this is plausible?
No, they're look, they're not going to spoil anything. They're under so strict. They're okay. Look, what happened?
But look at that
Well,
picture of Chris
well,
Evans. He looks very serious there.
But how amazing would it be though?
It's
I
a
think it will
picture.
happen.
Fire.
But do you
water.
think that okay, for one, Wyatt Russell is not someone who hasn't been around the block. You know who his father is, right?
Yes. Kurt
Okay,
Russell.
so he clearly grew up in Hollywood. He knows how the press game works. After WandaVision, and you know, when Paul Bettany said, "Oh yeah, I get to work with an actor I've always wanted to work with," and everyone took that alongside, you know, the author of the article that was interviewing Elizabeth Olsen, inferring Luke Skywalker-sized cameo. She didn't say that.
Right,
The
yeah,
interviewer
yeah.
inferred that. And taking those two things and piecing them together blew up that show into the biggest show in the world.
Right.
Right? I'm not killing the Snyderverse. I don't run HBO Max. I'm sorry. And
well, actually, while Brian and Matt are here, I wanted to ask because me and Eddie talked about this on one of my streams. Like, you know, it's spoilers for episode 4.
I
but
have
with
to
the-
read. I have to read the quote before I tank the article because it's not that long. Or
Okay, go
someone
ahead,
else can read
Max.
it. That's a better reader.
you want me to read it?
Yeah, Jarbo, please read. that.
Okay. Hold on here. Have I ever met Chris Evans? I think I have. I don't think I shook his hand, met him, but I think I've walked away somewhere and made eye contact. That counts as being a stalker. That doesn't count as meeting anybody, but I guess it would. You just got to wait until the end of the series, and then everyone will be like, "Oh wow."
Confirmed. Chris said, thank
All
you.
he's saying basically is, hey, someone could show up at the end of the show. You just gotta wait and see.
I think he is gonna show up.
That did it for me, Jarba. You have a great reading voice.
Well, that's how do you think I have 2 kids?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Matt. I wanted to ask Matt and Brian here real quick. So, it's spoilers for episode 4. But did you guys have issue with the Dora Milaje in episode 4? Did you guys hear
No.
the controversy?
No,
'Cause some people really upset,
know
the lines and all that.
the Dora Milaje are like, they're like, look, here's the thing. If you go back and watch Black Panther from the viewpoint, the lens of it being a James Bond movie, it is a Bond entry into the MCU. That movie should just be Black Widow and then everyone else because they got more action screen time than he did. Like it should be like, Shuri and Okoye and Lupita Nyong'o's character, whose name I can't remember right now. Because I was like literally watching that movie. I'm like, oh, here's the first female-led Marvel movie. Black Panther was completely James Bond spy type. So it's like the Dora Milaje.
Well, I'm just saying, like, did you guys have an issue
badasses.
with the line where they said, because I know Mahler talked about this, he tweeted, like, them saying, like, the Dora Milaje have jurisdiction wherever we go, basically, like, spit in the face of Civil War and, like, everything that happened in that movie. And it seemed like it was just bad writing.
No, well, the thing is, okay, think about what they're there to do. They are there to kill Zemo, right? So that's what they're there to do. So they don't give a crap about anything else other than completing their objective.
Right.
They don't care. They don't care. They never did care. Why they built that failsafe into Bucky's arm. I mean, come on, that was a bigger twist.
Cool.
That was cool.
Yeah,
I was like, dang.
He looked at them. He's like, really? What the?
Like, and it completely deflated his will to fight. It completely deflated his will to fight. He had no desire to keep going. He's like, okay, and all that stuff. So they definitely
supposed to happen.
That was great. It was such an unexpected
I'm just
moment.
Saying, you guys don't think the show went woke, right?
Can I? Well, let me just look. I will summarize it in 2 words, and these are my opinions and my opinions only. They do not reflect any of the other people on this panel, especially the channel proprietor. F. Mahler. Flat out, dude. That guy's a moron. EFAP sucks. Ooh. All right. Like all that crap. All it is pro-negative, anti-woke nonsense. It is a grift upon grifting.
I was going to say, he doesn't even, if Disney's so woke, why is he subscribed to Disney Plus?
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing. It's like all the people at Midnight's Edge complaining about Star Trek Discovery, right? Back when I was friendly with them, I would give them crap because I know they all pirated it.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, Mahler did respond because he got some blowback, and basically because everyone's like, "Why are you so negative?" He said, "Well, look at stuff I do like. It's not my fault if I don't want to put words in his mouth. He has his Twitter. You can go look at it."
No, he's an idiot. Yeah. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. I don't give one iota of a crap what Mahler thinks. Period. I don't care what anyone from EFAP thinks.
So because you didn't like his 4-hour Snyder Cut video, I assume.
Why would I watch something that's 4 hours? I could watch the Snyder Cut.
Right.
I don't need it. Look, here's the thing. This is an honest question. Maybe I don't know. Has Mahler attended film school? Well, because I've seen some criticism. I've seen some criticism.
I heard Becca Random did.
Has he made a movie? Has he actually been on set and made a movie? Because this is the thing. This is the thing, RJ. Yeah, the people that are in this whole grift about being negative, they've never been on a film set. The vast majority of them have never written a movie, read a screenplay for that fact. They don't understand anything of how anything is done outside of what their feels are like and what makes their pee-pee hard. That's it. That's it. That's all this stuff is. So I don't, I get people like him. I get that. I could care less. I can't sit through. I'd rather watch a movie made by professionals than some faceless guy on the internet who takes 4 hours to tell me something I could figure out in 2 seconds.
Right. So, okay.
And as
I just want to put in perspective what he said real quick. So he quote tweeted a thing where they put the Dora Milaje quote. He said, "Effing tone death, idiotic tripe. This attitude is precisely what the Accords got brought in for. Their bloody king recognized the value of it, yet they felt justified in blasting through to another country and assassinating Captain America. And this show is like hashtag Queen Slay, basically. T'Chaka would be rolling in his grave if he knew that his soldiers were doing this to avenge him, when the nature of his death was being subverted by Zemo and advocation for the Accords. Phenomenal work. How do you actually write this?" That was the thing he said.
Shut
That
the
kind of
hell
like.
up.
Well,
made
wait,
one
how do we know they
sponge.
were going to kill him? How do we know they weren't just going to bring him back to Wakanda and have him stand trial?
Well, they were talking. Well, he said. Well, the thing that I get is like said, oh, they're there assassinating Captain
Well,
America.
let me
No, they're not.
counter that. Let me counter that though with another point. When they said the Dora Milaje have jurisdiction wherever the Dora Milaje are, who is she saying it to?
Captain America.
Captain America. Were they in America?
Yeah, right.
No, they were in Prague. So does Captain America have his jurisdiction in Prague? The obvious answer there is that she's like, you claim to have jurisdiction where you are. We have jurisdiction where we are. You want to fight? That's the whole point. She was throwing it all back in his face. That whole fight scene was all about that. When they literally take his shield and that one Dora Milaje kicks it up and she holds on to it like Captain America would, knowing that that basically like, we can F you up sort of thing. Like you don't know what you're dealing with. Like that put him in his place. And one of the reasons why he went off and killed that guy later on is he was already worked out from that and feeling like he was defeated. There is subtext to those scenes. So I do not expect people who have never written a movie or a television show or have the fundamental empathetic comprehension of how this stuff works in layers to ever truly get what is being said. Ever. If I ever have to go to Mahler of all people for emotional resonance and nuance, please call AFSP. All right.
Oh, come on.
Right? Like that's the whole
full Daniel Craig. I was up. No.
Wow, you went all edgy boy. there.
bam.
That pissed me off. That pissed me off, Jarvis.
Well, I mean, did you guys see the? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hey,
Evan,
where
sorry.
did Justin go? I enjoy Matt's and Justin's
And-
exchanges.
If I might follow
What
up,
is he Fandom Menace? I have no effing idea. I don't care.
Yeah, he is.
Matt-
Not Justin. Sorry, Ambassador. Hold on a
Mahler?
second. And Mahler. I don't know. Look, all I know is they all run adjacent to each other, and I'm pretty sure.
From what I understand, Mahler is not Fandom Menace, but some people think he is.
Same comment.
Well,
He's
the
streams
fact
with
is,
them,
look,
right?
here's the thing. Mahler has on a woman by the name of Aiden Paladin every once in a while, and Aiden Paladin has been called out multiple times for her Holocaust denial. So you know what? Again, I don't care. Like I don't care what he has to say. All right. Like when you bring people on that are trying to argue against the numbers of the people who died in the Holocaust, it shows you the intent and the integrity of the company you keep. F that, F them. That's it.
Right.
and if
Wow,
I
you
may-
haven't
Captain
pissed
America's
off enough,
super
like-
woke
Yeah.
because
Well, hold on. I wanted to make
the
sure
people-
Ambassador got his wording, so he wanted to say something.
as far and Max, if you want to make me big, go ahead. I don't care.
Okay.
As far as Mecha Random and her film experience, the only film experience that bitter, angry
Uh-oh.
bull has been on is whatever seedy, festering, under budget, BDSM adult film that
Whoa.
she was a fluffer for.
Ouch.
Oh, my God.
Well, if
I
we're
don't
going
even-
on
I
this
don't
I
topic,
could have
about that. I don't
won
wanna
the
think
rest of
about
my
that.
life without hearing you finish that sentence.
Oh, my
And
God.
it would've
I mean,
been a good life.
if we're already talking about this, did you guys catch the
And-
Nerd video on WandaVision?
Oh,
that
God.
video was a disaster.
And yes,
And I
unlike
thought
the rest of you,
Jarbo
I will
Melons
king.
was giving me
I will
nightmares.
king shame Saggy for being aroused by that festering old bitter harpy.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
my
even
God.
don't even bring up Critical Drinker. By the way, that guy is crazy.
Dude, the thing. Look, here's the thing. Here's
Well,
the thing.
it's
makes me
ruining.
laugh.
It's ruining.
He's kind of funny.
It's ruining the culture of movie talk, really, because it's
Why do you think I don't want to cover movie news anymore? Like
I
those
know-
guys.
I don't blame
I-
you.
I-
And Matt, I
I
say,
didn't
Matt, I
actually
say
know
to
you were
you,
doing. I
good.
haven't got this story. I knew you were something were saying on. I caught the end of it on Poindexter Lounge, and I didn't hear the conversation. What are you talking about? You're not covering movie topics anymore.
No, movie news.
Movie news. I'm going to talk about topics I find interesting, but I'm
Okay.
not going to sit there and do the day-to-day stuff. Like I'm
Like
not going
what
to
I'm
sit there
doing
like,
right here.
Yeah, like I don't mind like talking about. I'm just not going to do it on my channel. I don't want to spend like. I would rather go back to actually watching movies and talking about them, because that's one of the more fun aspects, like discussing the scene with John Walker and Winter Soldier in the show, because there is so much nuance and there's so much complexity to that role and to the character and everything else that they've established in the show thus far. It was one of the reasons why I loved breaking down Wanda with WandaVision was because they wrote it from a person experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder. And that was something that you never get to see about in these situations. It's another reason why Iron Man 3 is a lot better than people give it credit for. Surface level, they trashed it. Deeper meaning, you start to see Iron Man himself like dealing with the fallout from legitimately watching his entire worldview just expand in such a rapid time, where he was like, wait, what? Like, he went through a wormhole, he had a nuke, he was going to sacrifice himself, aliens showed up, and then he's not prepared for that, right? Because that's the other part of this here. These are human beings, for the most part, who deal with stress in different ways, and who deal with tragedy in different ways. And the problem, though, and this is why I have a big problem with people in the fandom menace and how everything that is a character development trait is considered woke, is the fact that we always evolve and grow as people. What these guys want is things to never change. They want the character that they've built up in their mind that isn't necessarily reflective of the character that has been written and or put out there by the actor or the director or the production team, but they want that character to never change. And that is what ends up being the biggest problem. Look at Luke Skywalker from Last Jedi, right? People were more upset that like he was going to turn against Kylo because it felt antithetical to Luke, but we never saw it, which was the bigger problem. But then they killed him off and never really went to explain it. That was a big thing, because to Rian Johnson, he in his mind was explaining it. The rest of the audience didn't get it, but they could find a way to make it work, and they didn't. That's kind of a bad example, I think, overall. I had a point I was trying to make with that, but what I'm trying to say ultimately is that these are the kind of people that don't want there to be any change. They would want Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine until he's in his 90s. Sort of thing, you know? And it's like, as much as I would ultimately like that, it's not real. You know, the thing with the MCU, the reason why the MCU is doing as well as it is doing, and the reason why it's going to continue doing as well as it's doing, and the reason why DC is not going to do as well, is because Marvel gives its characters the time to grow and the time to breathe and to learn. They treat it like it's an evolving story versus, we stubbed our toe, reboot everything. Frustrating stuff, but that's my take on it. Yeah.
Hey, Max, I got a dip, man. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate
thanks,
it, right?
Firewater. Thanks, Firewater.
Later, buddy.
See, I ran Firewater off. There we go. That's how this works.
Well, we've got an hour.
You got that there, Firewater. You got him.
You go order the Cinnabon, buddy. Go order the Cinnabon.
I like my Cinnabon. Actually, they're close, so
I do like
I can't.
Oh, man.
To you.
I think I broke Rel's brain.
Have a good one, all right?
Thanks, Firewater.
I think I broke Rel's brain.
I just want your guys'
dude.
opinion on that, because to me, it's just been ridiculous. Like, that nerdrotic video on WandaVision made my head hurt. It's just,
I can't watch their content. I literally, it just makes me mad.
I don't typically like watching their content, but I feel like sometimes it does warrant a response because they're putting out so much bad information that's wrong. It needs to get addressed in some ways, because I don't want movie culture to be taken over by this stuff. I think we need to do something to take fandom back in a lot of regards.
Well, the best way to... Sorry, Max, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I did see a Menace video, but it was a Restore the Snyderverse video. So I was like, okay. Never mind.
Look, here's the, if they want to turn their attention from like Star Wars to Ann Sarnoff, that would be funny in my mind.
Ann Sarnoff becomes a new Kathleen Kennedy.
Then. Yeah. Oh, Ann Sarnoff, she's a new Kathleen. Spread the word. Justin, are you here? Justin.
Okay.
Are you here? Text Jeremy. Let him know.
Okay.
Actually, Jeremy and Geeks of Game. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the ambassador. I've been checking out their channel just to see where they've been doing positive videos for the last week. I'm like, what the is going on? About random topics.
I've got to say this because I didn't get a chance to say this. I know I'm several weeks late to saying this. The first stream I was back after me and Max reconciled was the 3-hour stream where you had the Lilliputian and Justin on, and Matt Jarbo. you sir are my hero. I watched that thing I watched for like a week or so. I watched that thing on a loop. I could almost sense the tears seeping from Justin. And Justin, dude, you took it on the chin like a champ, man. More ways than one. But Matt, I DM'd you and I said, you delivered the Widowmaker. And I was like,
I
even
get
though there
worked
was
up
a-
sometimes. I talked to
Yeah, I
Justin. I
know.
talked to Justin after the fact, and I
Yeah.
told him it wasn't my intent to yell at him. And I don't hate Justin. I don't have any ill will
I
towards
don't
Justin.
either. I don't either.
My whole purpose in that argument was to prove a point.
Yes.
And that point is just that you cannot hide behind those numbers. You cannot hide behind that. It doesn't work that way. And then he confirmed what I was trying to say. And that's where, and that's kind of where it is. I don't,
Yes.
my whole thing is like, I am so functionally frustrated with the whole process. And it's like Hollywood with what they're doing, this side of things with what it's doing. And it's like, cause it creeps into everything and it just becomes frustrating. Like I watched this documentary. I finished that Q into the storm.
It's good, isn't it?
No.
Why
See,
did you get so much pushback, by the way? On
because
Twitter?
see, the thing with that though is, so we have to understand is the reason why that Q documentary spoke to me personally is because it mentioned Gamergate a couple times.
Right. I reached
and
out
I
to
was
you after
and you told me
episode
about it.
2.
That's what got me to watch it. And the thing is, like, I was at the beginning of Gamergate. I was all the way through Gamergate. I was one of the people that was like a big voice in Gamergate.
I remember. Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm not a right winger. I'm just not. I'm a lefty. I'm a liberal, right? And so to
And
watch,
one of the few lefties I actually respect.
well, because I will listen to conservatives and we'll have conversations. I don't hate anybody, but the thing is like in that time period, I what I know now is that we were co-opted. Gamergate was co-opted by Steve Bannon and Breitbart. He sent in Milo Yiannopoulos as an agent to do all this stuff. And then it's all leaked emails prove all this stuff. And then from there, when Gamergate got booted off of 4chan, that was a big deal because they allowed like the worst stuff on the planet on 4chan. But you talk about Gamergate and that's what gets booted, it made it a martyr and it moved it to 8chan. And 8chan at the time was built into the Q movement. And a lot of that came in from Gamergate. A lot of those guys kind of came in from Gamergate and they propped it up and everything else. And there's a through line from Gamergate to the January 6th insurrection. It's not like an entire thing, but it's there. And while watching the documentary, it just made me really angry for not calling out what I saw back in 2014, the grifting that I saw, the people that were coming into Carpetbag. And what even hit it even weirder for me, and this is 100% true, the woman who was shot and killed in the insurrection, Ashley Babbitt, we attended the same high school at the same time. I didn't know her. She was a sophomore when I was a senior, but that still hit close to home.
Yeah.
And so it's like watching her die, and we went to school together. And it's like just that whole thing, and on top of Gamergate and like everything I've been a part of for years, it just kind of all hit me.
Emotional.
Yeah, it hit me. And I'm like, if I have been in any way a part of any of this in a way that has led to this crap going down, I am sorry, because it was never my intention. And the people that are most angry about it today are the people who have profited off of that nonsense for years.
Right, like Quartering and all those people.
Well, Quartering, he came in later to the game. He came in later to the game.
Well, I know. What I mean,
they were,
and
that was later to the game too.
It wasn't that bad. Like what you're describing now, I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't think you're a traitor being emotional or like
people have been calling me.
Yeah,
people were calling me crap all day. I don't care about that. I did a live stream this afternoon saying Gamergate was a mistake, and I stand by it. And I lay out my entire case as to why I feel the way that I feel based upon this information. But the thing is like, I never called this crap out publicly. I knew it in 2014. I didn't say anything about it because I was afraid of losing what I was building. And that's one of the reasons why I'm probably as stubborn and cynical as I am today, is because 7 years ago, I was in a position where I was making more money than I'd ever made in my entire life. I had more relevance and more popularity than I'd ever have in my entire life. And I was afraid of losing it because I was trying to move on and make it my full-time job. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened. But then to see what I was working for, which was ethics, be twisted and turned and manipulated and warped and mutated into what it became and to what the legacy of it is. That shit is tied to me. I have been accused of starting Gamergate, and then also Gamergate's been accused of getting Trump elected. So follow that thread. It's not, clearly that's not the case, but it's like, these are the kind of stuff people say about about stuff I was involved in, and me specifically. So I take that stuff to heart. And the thing is, in that documentary, Frederick Brennan, his crusade to get 8chan shut down spoke to me because I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to undo something that was bad. Because this is what happens on the internet. You never fully know, but when this stuff gets co-opted the way that it did, that's where you find yourself. And that's why I said what I said.
No, I mean, for sure. Like, that's the thing that scares me. It's like, with the whole anime community, for example, that got taken over in a lot of regards with the whole Weeb War stuff, with the Vic Mignogna thing, that got taken over. It's like a lot of these things get taken over from the inside because people like to grip and they know they can make money off it. I mean, we've talked about this before. That's why I'm scared about the Snyder Cut fandom as well. Like, I don't want that to get taken over into the same way too.
Eddie?
Boot his ass.
All right, bye.
Oh my God, Amico Shills. Oh my God.
Yeah, Miko.
I would really appreciate a sub. We're almost at 100 subs. We have 88.
Am I not? Is it the PlayStation Plus?
Yeah, I posted the link a little bit above 75 YBA.
We're at 88.
I'll have to wait for the chat.
You play PlayStation, Ambassador. If you want to come by Sunday, let us know. We're gonna have a guest on.
I'll let you know. But I want to let everybody know that if you're on PlayStation, I do have my PlayStation Plus account reactivated, and I can play online with people again. So if you're playing like Squadrons or Battlefront or anything like that, look me up. Ambassador_Kosh number 5. That's my handle on PlayStation Plus.
I'll have to add you. I just got my PS5 this week.
Yeah, Max is glowing about it. Coming out Miles Morales for all eternity.
What? Let me repeat that. What was that, Ambassador?
I said, may you burn the fires of hell for all eternity.
You're religious, man. So that really cuts deep when you say it, man, because you really believe in it. You're really condemning me just because I got a PS5.
You should be at 89 subscribers now, and
Max,
I don't wish anybody to go to hell.
Oh please,
Max, why don't you sell your PS5 to Jarbo? Jarbo really wants a PlayStation.
I'm not selling nothing. Me and my wife are enjoying it.
Like, that's the thing, man. Is like, it's kind of weird. Like, I'm looking more at the Xbox Series X than I am at the PS5, and like, I've been in the PlayStation ecosystem since 2013. So like, all my games.
Before I got it, Matt, I would have said get the Series X because of Game Pass and stuff. But now that I actually played the PS5. That controller is legit.
And I get that.
And
but
the
Max,
the exclusive.
Elder Scrolls 6 is going to probably
it's not
be.
Going to come out for another 5 or 10 years, Matt. Don't worry.
It's been 10 years in November. We're going to get I guarantee you, we're going to get an announcement for a release.
That game is not coming out until like 2020.
Oh no! I've heard rumors that Microsoft's considering like a haptic feedback controller.
Most of the games Microsoft's talking about right now, Perfect Dark, Skyrim, all this and that, Starfield, they're not coming out for a long time.
Well, Halo's
going to be sitting there waiting
every year, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Halo, but I can play that on my Xbox. Well, I can't say that. I did get a Series S. So.
I could actually. Here's the crazy thing. I can actually go pick up an old school Xbox for like $50. I'm sorely tempted to because that was my system for a long time.
The original?
Yep. I love the original Xbox.
I still have mine modded.
The only reason I no longer use Microsoft, except for like software and stuff, is because of the 360. The 360 killed consoles in terms of Microsoft for me. That's why I only run.
Wait, how did? Okay, that I'm curious about because I was a diehard 360 guy.
Mm-hmm. So
like, how did it kill consoles? I mean, I know it had some issues with the red ring.
I'm talking about for me. I'm talking about just for me.
Okay.
The 360 was. I was just like, it kept dying on me. Red ring of death.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
Other than the fact that I had 4 of them, the 360 was awesome. Like,
I had what was it? The Slim. When I got the Slim model, in like 2012, I stopped having issues with it, right? Because I went through a few different models of my 360, and then it was when I moved to Oregon. Best Buy had a deal, get an Xbox One for like $150 with a trade-in of an Xbox 360 Slim. And I was like, yeah, screw it, I'm in, you know?
Yeah, Ambassador, if you sub to his, because he really tries to just not do this.
I actually I have subbed to Matt's audio commentary. I've listened to a couple of his stuff.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I do listen to other people's
No,
channels.
I just because that's a separate channel. It just started.
Yeah,
You know what's
Matt,
happening
I think I'm quite literally subscribed to every one of your channels because every one of your channels you do good stuff on.
Okay. Thanks.
I have a lot of channels. I admit
Well, let's see.
that.
I'm sure I'm gonna probably get some.
I don't know what
from
this
some
is
other
about.
from some former associates. Oh, you're just so good at Matt Garbo.
300.
What happened?
Who the
Oh,
hell
sorry.
is Ethan
I don't
Sorry.
Rock?
Okay.
Why
Okay.
should I
Okay.
care?
Okay. It's totally just a different. Okay. So Ethan Ralph as a Killstream guy, right?
Yeah.
So he a couple weeks
boy.
ago, there's a video of him just getting into a fight, and his belly's hanging out, and it looks
It was a real
like
fight.
yeah, it looks like two manatees having vicious sex. It's. I mean, if you slow it down,
Send me that on Twitter. I don't want to watch it here.
yeah. It's you can just hear the smell, right? Like, it just slaps together like
Oh man.
a horseshoe factory.
So essentially, it would be like if let's see, if Ethan Van Sciver, the guy from Red Lamp Media, has slap fight.
Maybe.
There's an image.
I put my money on Mike from Red Letter Media or Rich Evans.
Mike or Rich Evans.
I love. Speaking of Red Letter, I love Red Letter Media so much. Those guys are great.
I can't-
Their
They're
best
part of the
series is
problem.
awesome.
They're part of the
I
problem.
can't
not
watch them.
part of
I
the
can't
problem.
watch them
They shit on
anymore.
They shit on
No,
everything.
they
too.
don't. No,
Most
they don't.
Most stuff. Yes,
They're
they do.
boomers, Max. They're boomers. They like
shit
classic
on
films. Listen to
everything.
them.
too.
They
No,
like
they're Gen
Infinity War.
Xers.
Yeah.
Gen Xers.
They're my
like
age,
Infinity
RJ.
War.
They're in their 40s.
No,
I will say this, though.
I'm so sick of people crapping on everything. No,
I will say this though.
They're cynical.
No.
That's totally okay. It's a
Red
good
Letter
angle for their
Media.
channel. That's their honest opinions. Like, even
But,
though I
well,
disagree with them, I still watch them and
The,
like
They-
them.
the problem with that though is that
they
people
skew.
use them as a metric,
Yeah.
kind of like Rotten Tomatoes, right? Where it's
Well,
like you know,
Yeah, I mean, it's more so people use them because of the memes of the Nerd Crew. They used to make fun of like Collider and stuff. People grasp onto that.
Not Collider, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
I
don't mind them being cynical. I mean, I like them most for their best of the worst.
Well, look, the
content. They
Nerd
make,
Crew,
really bad movies. Yeah.
the Nerd Crew is very over the top with good reason. You know what I mean? Like, the Plinkett reviews are very over the top with good reason. Like, I will say this though, as soon as when the Ghostbusters 2016 Plinkett review dropped, like it was 2 a.m, I think. I mean, I was like, I stayed awake. I watched that whole
That one was
thing.
really funny.
I watched the Plinkett reviews because
The
or
Plinkett
the
reviews are
Plunkett.
funny.
Yeah, they're good. I like them. I think they're in depth and I know it's in character, but I think it's like, it is trying to say something. But when I watch like Half in the Bag, it's just like, I can tell that they're just trying to be cynical for the sake of being cynical. And
I mean, sometimes, but I mean, I do. That's the thing. I enjoy listening to dissenting opinions, even though I disagree with them. I mean, so I don't know. I'm just like that. I'm just weird that I like that. I like watching
RJ?
people who I disagree with, I guess.
RJ, you do, bud. You do you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get any hate from anybody here. I mean,
I watch Red Letter Media all the time. I just, I take it with a grain of salt. I like watching the best of the worst myself. I think it's funny.
like Good Bad Flicks when he covers really terrible movies.
Mhm.
Like those are always pretty fun to watch. I like that kind of stuff. It's mostly when it's like when it's a new movie and I feel like they go in with a negative,
they
with
have
a negative
bias.
bent.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons
Well,
why
they did a video on the Snyder Cut, and they were pretty positive overall. I mean, there were still jokes and stuff, but they seemed pretty positive about it. So.
Well, there are people that I think genuinely like people when I'll tell you this is my take on it. Well, the Snyder Cut is good, but the people who have seen Justice League, it's like Oscar worthy compared to that, and so that all they had to do was just clear the bar.
A good point. Yeah, because I don't know if you guys saw the YMS review of the Snyder Cut. He never saw Justice League, so he gave it like a 3 out of 10, and he said it sucked. So.
Oh God! I don't. When I was at VidCon in 2017, Adam was bunking with one of my friends in the hotel right behind us, so we hung out quite a bit. Adam's a weird dude. He's a nice guy. He's a cool guy, but he's a weird dude.
Yeah. I got into watching the thing about like what happened to Channel Awesome. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
whole
man.
thing.
Whoa, yeah,
I'm
I've watched
shocked.
several.
Honestly, I'm shocked Doug Walker's still around and he's still
He's
popular.
still around.
You know why?
Yeah.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think they addressed it a little bit, but they didn't harp on it. They just kept going.
Yeah.
Then that's the whole thing.
Moved
They
on.
just kept going. And so it's like, this is how it works with internet controversy. Never admit fault. Truly. Like, never admit fault. And you just keep doing your thing. And generally more people will like, okay, you know, because you're not going to be giving in. If you start like groveling and like, asking for like forgiveness from everybody, it's going to come across as weakness. Like my post, people are trying to use that post from last night in very similar fashion against me. But the difference though is my context is I'm not saying like, you know, forgive me. I'm saying I'm sorry I didn't speak up more, you know, and that's my own fault. But otherwise I'm going to keep going on and doing my thing. That's what, you know, look at the governor of Virginia when they got him in blackface from back in the early 80s when he did like and then like everyone's calling for him to resign. I think the homie just got reelected, you know, like no one cares. That's the truth of it, is these flash in the pan controversies for the most part. No one cares. Just
Still
don't
though,
apologize.
man, that was such a big expose from a lot of different creators.
And
Like,
and people who are looking to take down Channel Awesome. That's the whole point. That's another side of it
they were
too.
more so going, who was the guy who ran Channel Awesome? It wasn't Doug or Rob. It was that Mike guy or whatever. The guy who actually ran the site. He was the one that most at it. Yeah, I don't remember what his name was.
But yeah, at the end of because the thing is though, but it's kind of like
Mike Machad.
Mike Machad. There we go.
Well, the thing is, you have to understand that the culture of YouTube is that people will wait. They will wait for you to screw up so they can jump down your throat. Right. And so it really is like Channel Awesome's core audience is not going to leave. You know, it's like Lindsay Ellis and her bad takes. Woke Twitter.
She got canceled.
She's like 19,000. She has 19,000 patrons. She makes anywhere between $19,000 and $90,000 a month.
She's got
or something like that.
She's got like over 1 million
And isn't she like a book author now? I know she wrote
she's done it. She's fine. So people on Twitter who don't watch her content and don't subscribe to her channel and don't contribute to her Patreon, they aren't canceling her. People who don't like her, but don't engage with any of her stuff outside of snarky takes on Twitter, they might not like her, but that doesn't mean anything. We put so much emphasis on the concept of cancellation and that amplifying of something that for the most part, if you just give it the middle finger and walk away, it might have some impact, but ultimately it's not going to damage you as much as bending the knee and begging for forgiveness.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch her content. I find her rather insightful.
I don't like her personality, but I think she is good at what she does.
Yeah, I mean, some of her Twitter takes are like really weird. Like the Raya one, I don't get why people got upset about. The Soul one was a little weird though. The whole Soul thing about, you know, death and all that.
I think I followed her on Twitter, but I never really like read any of her stuff. But as far as her, like I said, as far as her channel goes here on YouTube, she did something right. She's got over 1 million subs, for heaven's sake.
Well, she's been around for quite some time.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah, I mean, she goes all the way back to when Channel Awesome, or even before Channel Awesome, really. So she was doing something right.
You getting sleepy, Eddie?
Yeah, I think it's a sign we got to end the show, Max.
Well, I was gonna try to go to Poindexter Lounge, but they're about 17 minutes away, and I want to game some before I go to bed. And I was thinking about going to Enosh, but I also it's gonna be a while before I get in there. I wish Enosh the best, so go check out Enosh.
Oh yeah, Enosh has his 25-minute sermon introduction.
Well, it's legit. It's legit.
I'm giving him a hard time. He knows I love him.
Yeah,
I was going to be talking about that Just League trilogy trailer that Max.
I'll be watching.
I know. I was gonna go. I saw that, and I was gonna go live and do it the whole thing saying it's dead, it's dead, Jim. But no, I'm not gonna troll Snyder Cut fans that much.
They're a little sensitive.
Yeah, you want to lose that milk money train, you know.
Oh, have you guys noticed though the push for rewatch the movie on repeat is stopped now? Well,
actually, we're pissed. They're like, "Hey, we're unsubscribing from HBO Max."
Well, I've given myself a break from watching. I've watched it 5 times. I'm gonna give it a break and watch it again.
I watched it twice. Eventually, me and the missus are going to watch it, and I may watch it down the road, but I'm not going to watch it on like continuous loop. There's a lot more other stuff on HBO Max or just on streaming in general, other than the Snyder Cut.
Like Falcon and Winter Soldier, man. It's like I'm way too watching TV shows right now.
Like I said, I'm gonna wait for the show to finish, and then I'm gonna just binge it. It's 6 episodes. I can. I
would say start binging it the week of the finale, right? So like next week. Start binging and do one a day, because then at least you're going to be caught up by the time the actual finale airs.
Yeah.
So then you could be on it with everybody else and either be super happy or super disappointed, because at this point I think it's going to go either direction. I don't think anyone is.
They're going to say it went woke, that because I think Sam's going to become Captain America. They say it's woke and the writing was horrible.
How is that woke? They were teasing it at the end of Endgame for.
Well, remember, like we talked about earlier, they thought episode 4 was horribly written and woke because what they did with the Dora Milaje, and they hate Carly and the Flag Smashers and all this and that. So yeah.
Well, when they talked, what I thought was interesting was a conversation like when they got stopped by the cops, and when they were talking to the bank in the first episode. And he's like, aren't you an Avenger? It's like, that doesn't mean you get money, like that just means that like you're doing your job. But it's not like you get, like you're not rich, which was actually a really interesting way of talking about the dynamic of how Tony ran the Avengers campus, of like what being an Avenger, what it meant. It didn't mean you got paid. It just meant you serve. And that was interesting. And so like getting no special treatment for being an Avenger or trying to get special treatment, never mind the whole concept of like when they're going to get stopped and Bucky was getting special treatment until they realized that, Falcon was Falcon, and then like, oh snap, our bad. So there's, there's elements in there.
And that's right from the headlines too. Some athletes have talked about that kind of experience too.
And so it's like,
sorry, Matt, go ahead.
Matt?
Are you okay?
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I kind of glitched out. I know systemic racism is a problem. And the show does a good job at talking about it in a way that attaches it to like real world events, but still keeps it inside the MCU. And it doesn't focus on it for so long that you get frustrated or it points the blame at anything, but it just acknowledges that these things exist. Yeah. And I think it works out. I think it works within the context. This is a much more intimate show. This is a much more intimate setting where we're spending more time with these characters. And that's actually really great for me.
Why?
And also watch Paul Blart.
Paul Blart before. I mean, why do you go to Movie Madness to watch Paul Blart and then go to bed?
Because it's more interesting than me. That's 100% certain.
The better question is, Max, why aren't you watching Paul Blart?
I mean, I've watched it, but that's like a weird thing to say, like admit too. Like, okay, Rhea, you do you, Rhea.
I mean, Kevin James in a segue, that's like comedy gold, man.
They need to release the Blart cut.
Masterpiece.
Release the Blart 3. Are they making a Blart 3? It's not a cinematic masterpiece.
You know what was funny though? I have a confession to make. I saw Paul Blart in the theater, and I also saw Jack and Jill, Adam Sandler in the theater.
I'm sorry.
I took my brother to see Paul Blart. I had not seen Jack and Jill or Paul Blart.
Wasn't that his last theatrical release?
I will never.
I don't think so. It was actually Pixels, I think, for Adam Sandler. Or no, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, yeah.
I have lots of problems with this dude, but I have to say this action figure looks legit. He's going to release a cyber frog that's originally.
I don't care.
That looks really cool to me, though.
That's a really cool, interesting mock-up of a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, I was going to say. It looks like a really Ninja Turtle bad guy.
It looks cool to me. I mean, remove the art from the artist.
Ray comes in with the heat.
Yeah, she's getting on you about Ice Age again.
I think it is.
Ice Age is much better than Paul Blart.
You know what, though? I have something to say to Rhea. Ice Age, the first one, was the first movie I ever saw. My parents took me to see that when I was a little boy. That was my very first movie. 5 Ice Age films, 2 Blarts. So even though the Ice Age franchise is kind of bad, it holds a special place in my heart because that first one was the first movie I ever saw. So
okay, the first movie was really good. The first 3 were good.
I watched the first 2. I really enjoyed the first 2. After that, I stopped. I really liked the first one.
I like the dinosaur one. That's when it stopped being good.
What was the 5th one? The 5th one was with the asteroid, I think, right? And like aliens show up. It's really weird. I mean, we watched it on Disney Plus, but I'll tell you, Blue Sky, they just shut Blue Sky down, which I'm sad about that. I really enjoyed Blue Sky for what they tried to do. Because when they finally put Peanuts on Disney Plus, I watched Peanuts for the first time a while back, and I loved it. I really loved it because I grew up watching Charlie Brown, and I would love to see more Peanuts. I thought that was great, and Blue Sky did such a good job with that. But Disney's not going to do anything.
They
with
were
it.
profitable. It's just
Spies in Disguise was also very good.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one. Yeah,
that's a lot of fun.
Allie, stop it.
And they were doing Noelle Stevenson's comic book adaptation. So it's sad they got canceled. I know they're looking for funding to try and finish the movie, but
we got 55 seconds, and then we're on the show. Exactly 2 hours. So anyone want to say anything before we go?
Yeah, Matt Jarbo has more heart than Zeno, because at least Matt Jarbo actually cares about Blue Sky. Well, RJ, a word of advice: never have me and Zeno on at the same time in that stream, because it will be out. It will be complete war. I will lower the hammer on his ass.
You know what? I would like to see you two talk one day.
I will completely. You will see a ambassador like you have never seen before. Fire will shoot from my eyes. Lightning will shoot from my fingers. I will eviscerate him verbally. He will.
Real quick before we end, make sure to subscribe to PlayStation Plus podcast. Let's get to 100 subs. Okay, go.
Yes.
Eddie, Matt Jarble, Brian, you have 10 seconds. Oh no, not even. All right. Brian.
I only need 3.
That's what she said.
These people with these jokes.
That's it. That's the end.